and neither has Necro Butcher. They've never made it past the second round in the Ultraviolet Tournament of Death, and it's on! Nick Gage starting out.
Oh, they go right on the outside, Eric, slugging it out. It's like a fist fight.
It is. It's like a bar fight right now.
Necro Butcher now fighting back. Pounding away on the forehead of Nick Gage. Drumming away.
If Nick Gage watched Necro Butcher's match earlier, he knows you don't want to get into a bar fight with Necro Butcher.
Headbutt there on the Nick Gage. Oh, he's chopping away.
And look at Necro Butcher, he's smiling.
And another headbutt. Oh, they're coming over here. They're coming over here.
Necro's insane!
Necro Butcher sends him into the wall. With a shovel! And again with the shovel.
Uh-oh. Oh! Oh!
Chair, repeatedly.
Oh, he just busted that chair. He just busted that chair right over his head.
That's CZW style, John. He's doing it up CZW style. Welcome to the front row.
Everybody back!
They're fighting him out here with these fans, Eric. Gage now.
I think they're going to the hot dog cart, John.
Get it back, get it back.
Oh, they're about to battle it out.
They're by that video game stand. It's like a live version of Grand Theft Auto.
Lift up the chair.
John, I can't see what's going on up here.
They're battling it out on the outside.
And again, we don't have a monitor where we are, so they're
Nick Gage just wrapped that chair right over the back of the Necro Butcher. Oh! He just threw powder in Nick Gage's eyes or something.
Powder. And you know Nick Gage doesn't want to fail, John.
Powder, salt, baking soda.
That's uncalled for.
John, Nick Gage coming off a big loss at Best of the Best to Dan Moff. He does not want to go 0-2 in recent weeks.
Oh, they're fighting through the fans, Eric. Looks like they're trying to make their way back toward the ring.
They're taking a tour of the breakaway pattern, it looks like.
Oh, you hear the glass shattering.
Oh, absolutely. It's like the sounds of a horror movie with these two running around here. And that truck may be in play, John.
Well, that truck is over there, Eric. Uh-oh. Oh, now Gage picking up Necro Butcher. He's bringing him back.
And they're going all over the place.
Bringing him back. Oh, he got him up. Oh! He crashed him over that steel guardrail.
Now, out of these two, John, you would say Nick Gage would have to have the advantage because he did have the easier first-round matchup against Ruckus.
I'm walking around. I like it too much. Let's move my camera.
Why even bother setting up a ring here?
Oh, Nick Gage caught him as Necro trying to re-enter that ring. He's holding his left knee. Necro Butcher in a lot of pain, guard Julo.
Well, that's not the first time. This guy lives his life through pain, John. A day without pain is foreign to him.
Uh-oh.
Nick Gage setting him up to break that glass. He may give him a boot scrape right through that glass or a choke slam right through it.
Nick Gage trying to set him up, Eric, but looks like Necro's trying to fight back. Hits him with that elbow. Uh-oh. Oh, right through the glass.
Necro Butcher's just turned it up a notch, John.
Well, he told Nick Gage when Nick Gage was coming to the ring, making his entrance, he told him he's going to put him through all 4 sheets of glass.
Well, so far, you may as well just call him Nostradamus. He's got a piece of broken glass in his hand, John. He looks like a butcher with a machete right now.
Uh-oh. He's going to carve him, Eric.
He's leaving his mark, John.
He's signing his autograph.
Yes, he is. He's biting him on top of that.
Sick man.
He loves to taste the blood. John, one thing we do know is Wife Beater will be in the final matchup. Barring any kind of withdrawal due to medical condition, he will be in it.
But will it be Necro Butcher or Nick Gage in that finals with Wife Beater, Eric?
That's the question, isn't it? That is the question. Necro Butcher and Wife Beater, no strangers to one another. Wife Beater defeated Necro Butcher in round one of the tournament.
Dumps Nick Gage to the outside.
The tournament from year number one. And John, Wife Beater and Nick Gage, definitely no strangers to each other. Oh! And it's that barricade, steel barricade.
It's Nick Gage and Wife Beater who had the very first 200 Light 2 match here in CZW.
Their weapons matches back in Seoul, you and I caught when we first started with the company.
Oh, Nick Gage has got that chair.
Oh! Chair to the head.
He wrapped it right over his head. And then Necro Butcher, Eric, is in a lot of trouble on the outside.
These guys want to get that monkey of a second round exit off of their backs. But only one of them will be able to do so.
Uh-oh. Nick Gage just stalking him. He's just walking around ringside. He's an animal, Eric.
He is. He's a beast.
Nick Gage is an animal.
He might be an animal, but Necro Butcher's just a damn monster, John. He's like a monster out of a horror movie. It just keeps coming at you.
Nick Gage got a plan with that pane of glass.
Yeah, well, right there still works.
All right, set up the chairs.
He's got a plan, Eric.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, our picks are still alive. I picked Wife Beater to go to the final. You picked Nick Gage.
Oh, and they're still battling it out on the outside, Eric. Gage now setting up that pane of glass. On them chairs on the outside.
This could be it, John. I'm thinking whoever winds up going through it, that's it. With an elbow. Right square between the eyes, John. Necro Butcher fighting with what little life he has left in his body.
Great presence of mind there by Necro Butcher to grab that bottom rope, preventing Nick Gage from driving him through that glass.
That's the mentality of a deathmatch veteran, John. He's seen it all.
Butcher now fighting back. Uh-oh.
Oh, they go in the ring, John. Necro Butcher got real lucky that time.
Smart move there by Nick Gage to dump him back into the ring. But Eric, there's busted glass all over that canvas.
Oh, yeah. This match isn't going to last much longer, John.
There's busted glass all over the ground.
John, if you're expecting 60 minutes here tonight out of anybody, you've come to the wrong show. John, look at the turnbuckle. The turnbuckle cover with blood.
Nick Gage now punishing the Necro Butcher in that corner.
Somebody call the Red Cross. I think I know two guys that need blood in a bad way, John.
Uh-oh. He ran into that boot. Oh, now sitting Nick Gage up on that top turnbuckle. Uh-oh, the Butcher's going up, Eric.
And Gage is in big trouble, John. Butcher doesn't do a lot of wrestling, but this is when it counts.
The Butcher thought about it, Eric. He went with his second thought.
I'd hate to hear what his first thought was, John.
Oh, wait a minute.
John, there's a hush over this crowd right now. There's expectations of what could happen.
That pane of glass, Eric, is set up across those chairs.
And it's asphalt out there. Hurricane water!
Someone call 911! Someone call 911!
Is that going to be it, John House? Necro Butcher with the Hurricane Rana, John.
Like a luchador, Eric.
And that's asphalt out there.
Maybe Necro Butcher should have been in our best of the best.
Maybe he should have worn a mask here. And there's asphalt out there, John. On top of the glass, you have asphalt on there. And such a risky move because you're also risking your own body with that move.
Oh, both men still down.
They're immobile. They're immobile, John.
But that's why it's the tournament of death, Eric.
Somebody
The
say
pain that these stars have to endure to become the champion.
And John, good news to the winner of this match. You won the match. Bad news, you got to wrestle wife beater in the tournament final.
Who was undefeated in the tournament of death.
Where'd you hear that?
I do my homework, Eric.
Necro Butcher very slow to get inside of the ring. Normally, John, you'd say they got to get back in the ring for the match to end so somebody can pin one a little bit. Here, it doesn't make a difference.
It don't make a difference, Eric. This is the tournament of death. This is fans. This is panes of glass. With only one pane of glass left.
And one pain in the ass to my left.
Who that? Who that?
He's covering him, John. He's covering him.
1, 2. Ooh!
He got out of that with authority.
Took him just a little bit too long to get Nick Gage back in that ring to go for that cover.
You can't take your time with a guy like Nick Gage, John. The longer you let him sit, the more dangerous he is.
But both men, Eric, have both taken a brutal beating in this matchup. Necro Butcher up on his feet, picking up Nick Gage. Uh-oh.
Maybe setting up for a power bomb, or
this doesn't look good, Eric.
Yeah, power bomb. He kicked out.
And another 2.5 there.
And Gage is feeling it, John.
That is 2 wrestling moves that we see down at the Necro Butcher.
That's 2 more than I've ever seen.
And both men feeling the effects, Eric. They're both down.
John, you got a feeling that once these men get to their feet, they're just going to collapse.
Nick Gage getting up slowly. Butcher getting up slowly, Eric. Winner of this goes on to the finals.
Against White.
Oh! Smashed that light bulb right over the top of his head.
Turn out the lights, John. I think the party's over for Necro Butcher.
Oh, boy. Nick Gage now trying to pick him up. Throws him into that corner.
I think he's setting up for that boot scrape, John. That face wash.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes, John.
Oh, wait a minute.
We've seen him do this before. Especially here at the Breakaway Tavern, we've seen him do this here before.
Oh, here we go. Oh, no. We could be looking at it right here. Will Nick Gage finish off the Butcher and go on to the finals? Bam! Oh!
He couldn't do it.
Oh! Excuse me! He just busted that glass right over the face. Right over the face of the Necro Butcher.
And he's dragging him in the broken glass. He kicked out. How did that happen, John? Wait a minute. The blackout's hit the ring.
The blackout.
You gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous.
All right, the blackout got issues with Nick Gage, Eric.
Oh, Marino's daring Gage to hit him. Marino's daring Gage to hit him. Gage is trying to pick his poison. Don't do it, Nicky. Turn around, Nicky. Turn around, Nicky.
Oh, look, look. Robbie Marino's daring him.
Clothesline.
Oh, wait a minute, Eric. Nick Gage had this match at hand.
He did. Yakuza kick.
2.
No.
2 3/4.
The Yakuza kick doesn't do it. Hey, do you think Necro Butcher is now managed by Robbie Marino and Blanca? You think he's part of this?
No, Eric. Maybe Maven Bentley hired him. Put a bounty on the head of Nick Gage.
Maybe. Look at the chest of Necro Butcher, John. Look at his chest. I think I see tendons hanging out of his arm.
That's nasty. That's disgusting. Oh, wait a minute.
And Necro's having some words with Blackout.
I think he's telling him to get low. Wait, no, wait. He called for that pane of glass.
Necro's having words with Blackout. He doesn't have much left in the tank, John. He doesn't have much left.
That's twice, Eric.
Well, John, I mean,
The curse of Delaware, Eric, with the gland.
yes.
The Delaware curse.
But John, as much punishment as this man has absorbed, he's very weak at this point.
Dean's gonna go a running power bomb. Oh! It's gotta be over, John. God damn it! Will somebody stop this match already? It's over, Eric. It should have been over before Blackout came out.
And what a tournament that was, Eric. Best of the best. John Jay Dutt making history.
As I said earlier on commentary here, there are a lot of guys, once they entered this tournament, that probably haven't slept in weeks. You're looking at two guys that probably slept like babies last night.
White Beater immediately picking up that too, but look at our referee, Guy, Brian Logan. That's the outfit Guy wears, Logan, when he's fighting for the last Fatty Special.
Oh, is that it?
Oh!
And John, it didn't take long for them to use the weapons. I mean, let's take a look at our last two matchups. Ruckus and Nick Gage. Ruckus very hesitant to get towards any of the weapons in the barbed wire board. Our first round matchup, those guys as well. These two guys get right into it.
Pondo now going to work on White Beater. They both just smash light tubes over each other's head. Pondo now with that stop sign, that trademark stop sign. Uh-oh.
He's actually patting the stop sign, John, you know. That stop sign smashed. As White Beater's down, blood is already drawn on his body, John.
Goes for a quick cover there, hooks the leg. Pondo's smart here, Eric. He knows to go for the cover any chance he gets.
Well, John,
you gotta take the win whenever you can get it, Eric, in these tournaments. John, you have to survive.
The flesh already torn on the back of White Beater. And again, John, you know, White Beater, man, Pondo.
Oh!
In normal situations would be favorites in the tournament. White Beater might pick to win the thing. But when they have to wrestle each other in an opening round matchup, I don't know how much more they could take.
Pondo just ran White Beater's head right through that shutter. His head went right through it, and now Pondo with that stop sign.
Madman Pondo shoots in White. Uh-oh. That stop sign smash. White Beater puts the brakes on. That'll stop him. He's going crazy.
Now the White Beater's mad, Eric. You don't want to make the White Beater mad.
I know, he's digging into the flesh. Digging in. And he's carving him up like a Thanksgiving turkey, John.
Oh, he's punishing Pondo now. Pondo's now draped over that second rope. White Beater digging that light tube into the forehead of Madman Pondo. Uh-oh. What do we got out there? Albums?
We got vinyl, John.
We're going back to the 70s.
We got vinyl. And again, I guess you could call those hit records, huh?
Here we go. Oh, here we go. A smash hit.
And he busted him open. And Pondo's wobbly.
Pondo now busted open in the forehead. White Beater with that thumbtack bat. There are thumbtacks, hundreds of thumbtacks glued to that bat, Eric.
John, there's about everything in the ring. We saw a couple objects here, a couple there in the beginning, but these two guys, they want it all.
And there's more, Eric. This is a fans bring the weapons match. These weapons, Eric, were made by our fans. Our sick, disgusting fans here in CZW.
We got the greatest fans in the world, John. White Beater, right now, former Iron Man champion, former World Heavyweight champion. He's got the keyboard, John.
Uh-oh.
He's at the keyboard. Oh, that's what I call a high-speed connection right there, John.
You got mail. Pondo finally got mail.
And White Beater, I think it was spam. And White Beater cut open, Pondo cut open. Both men no strangers to death matches, no strangers to violence or death match tournaments.
White Beater now stalking Madman Pondo on the outside. Pondo now trying to fight back.
John, it's like Christmas morning to these guys. Waking up this morning and knowing they're getting it on in the first round of the Ultraviolet Tournament of Death.
Pondo just rammed that steel chair in the side of the face of White Beater, trying to push him back into the ring. I do believe the only way you can win these matches is inside the ring, Eric, and that's where all the weapons are.
Oh, John, it's going to take a lot to beat one of these guys because the whole mentality of a deathmatch wrestler, which is epitomized by these two, is completely different. Oh! Slide! Safe at home!
He just drop-kicked that light tube bat into the face of White Beater.
The only thing standing between White Beater's skin and his blood right now are those fragile bones.
White Beater now would have to be blinded by that, Eric.
But thank God Brian Logan's wearing a mask, huh? Thank God for that.
His vision would have to be impaired here somewhat, at least a little bit, Eric.
Yes.
Now, Man Pondo, the sick man that he is, picks up that sheet of glass.
That's thick, John.
And he's got intentions.
He's got evil intentions with that piece of glass. That's what he's got, John. That plexiglass right there. It doesn't break easy, but believe me, these two guys can break it.
Oh!
They did.
He just shattered that glass right over the head of White Peter, and White Peter dropped to the mat. Pondo now with a lateral press. We got a 1, we got a 2. We got a 2.5. If Man Pondo, Eric, cannot believe that the White Beater just kicked up out of that.
Well, Man Pondo has fought against guys all over the world in death matches and have beaten them with less. But against the Wife Beater, he had no idea what to expect. It's been a long time since these two guys got it on, John. And Wife Beater's a whole different breed of animal.
And you know, Eric, White Beater's been hit with everything. Even the kitchen sink, toilet seats, kitchen sinks, you name it, sheets of glass. It looks like we have a 50-inch plasma high definition TV screen in there.
White Beater, sent him into that glass.
Head first.
He's wobbly, John. John, you want to talk about how brutal these deathmatch tournaments are? It's a microwave, John.
White Beater's whipping him with the microwave.
He's gonna stick his head in the microwave.
He gonna turn it on.
I wish somebody would have did that to you a few years ago.
Oh no. Brutality, Eric. That's what it is. Sheer brutality. White Beater now driving those thumbtacks.
And John, you want to talk about how brutal these deathmatch tournaments are? It wasn't shortly thereafter the first tournament of death that White Beater won in which he retired. That tournament was so brutal, it retired him.
Oh, what is that, dog dookie?
Looks like cactus plants. Those are thorn plants. They stick to you, John.
Oh, them needles are going right into the legs of Man Pondo.
They cut right through you.
Pondo now trying to climb back to his feet as White Beater scales them ropes.
White Beater doing the unthinkable, going to the top rope. What a power slam.
Remember in that match with Messiah just a couple of months ago? White Beater took it to the air. White Beaters can fly, Eric.
Oh, I mean, these two guys have walked into the killing fields here this afternoon in Delaware. I mean, John, win, lose, or draw, how the hell are you going to continue and go into the next matchup?
And White Beater's got those pine cones, Eric, sticking to his back. Oh, there goes that plasma screen, 8 high definition.
I know you were looking
TV
to steal that. I know you were looking to take that out of here.
Bought one on the back of a truck a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Got an AC, I got it cheap. Want to buy one?
I'll pass.
I'll give you a deal.
Yeah.
I'll put you on a payment plan.
You can give me a deal, right? I'll probably get 5 to 10 for it as well.
Pondo now's telegraphing White Beater. Beater ducks.
Jokenstein! That's how he beat Necro Butcher in the opening round of tournament death number 1. Powerbomb!
Wait a minute, that's my TV!
Not anymore! He's going on, John. The streak continues. He's undefeated in the Ultraviolet Tournament of Death.
White Beater advances to the second round. And what a brutal match this was, Eric. Brutal.
Away with 2 straight matches without facing what we would call top caliber deathmatch competition like White Beater, Man Pondo, Nick Gage.
Well, you know what, Eric? You can't take nothing away from Arsenal.
No, absolutely
He
not.
won his first round match against the Evil Ninja and had his ear busted open. The blood was flowing from the ear earlier on. He seems to have recouped at this point, but the question is he 100% going into this matchup with Eddie?
That's a fair question to ask, and Eddie, of course, we all know he's 100% and then some, John. And you know, he opened up a lot of eyes and made a lot of people angry in his first round matchup with his antics before and after, but this should be a very interesting contest between 2 of the stars of the IWS.
Now the light tubes, Eric, as you can see, are strapped to the ring rope.
Yeah.
There are light tubes on the canvas. So obviously we're going to have some busted light tubes coming up very shortly.
That's a bold prediction, John. And the Arsenal, as I stated earlier, he is a deathmatch champion up in Montreal. I don't know how much weight that holds, but it's a point that should be made.
Well, we're going to find out today, Eric. And there goes the bell.
And Eddie.
Collar and elbow.
And Arsenal with a big kick. And a shot. And another. Ooh, what a big forearm. Sends it. Oh. And Eddie goes outside of the ring, John.
He just threw him right out of that ring.
Oh, what a product tope.
Now getting Eddie right into those steel guardrails now on the outside. Now Arsenal picking him up, firing away with those right hands.
And John, again, the winner of this match will be one. Oh, wait a minute, standing moonsault. The winner of this match will be one of 3 men that will compete in the tournament final. It'll be a final 3-way dance, something different this year. Zandig always innovating the tournament of death.
Eddie now dumping Arsenal back in that ring. Stalking him, driving those knees right into the midsection. Hooks him up, has him up, big vertical suplex there.
And you know what, John? Eddie has turned this into a wrestling match once again. What he did earlier with Ian Knox, it's the same exact thing. This is what he did earlier. This is what he's doing again. It's that kind of strategy.
He hit that suplex and went right for a cover there, but only got a 2 count. Teasing with those light tubes. Puts it back down, picks him up. Uh-oh.
I don't think he was going to go for a Splash Mountain. But, wait a minute, Tiger suplex. Tiger suplex.
He drove him around the back of his neck with that. Eddie is down on that canvas face first.
And the Arsenal right now, he doesn't look phased. And for guys like Ian Knox, yeah, they may be taken back a little bit by this Eddie character because we haven't seen anything like it. But the Arsenal, he's very familiar with Eddie. Arsenal, the slingshot. Uh-oh. He catches him. Maybe going for a wheelbarrow.
Oh!
You gotta be kidding me!
Face first, Eric, right into those light tubes.
You gotta be kidding me, John! So much for that wrestling match.
He drove Eddie's face right into those light tubes, Eric. He don't look too sexy now, does he?
Well, you know what, John? I never thought he looked too sexy to begin with, but that's your opinion.
I wonder what Zandig's wife thinks about that.
Will you stop bringing that up?
You think she's a little upset that her new man is getting... I just had his face driven into those light bulbs.
He turned him down. Didn't you see it earlier? There's some very sick fans here. The Arsenal. The roundhouse kick.
Oh, stiff kick right there, right in the chest.
And another. Oh, my goodness, John. Arsenal gonna wind up. Ooh. And that's out of the park, John.
He just busted that light tube right over his back.
He absolutely did. Somebody get the license of that truck.
Uh-oh.
And now he's wrenching back in that Campbell clutch. He might break that, and the glass would go right into the neck of Eddie. Nope, not enough.
Eddie right now is bleeding, Eric. He's busted open.
Oh, absolutely. And the Arsenal right now has Eddie in complete control. Maybe he's setting him up for that DVD 2K1.
Right into those light tubes, right in the corner of that DVD, right into that corner, onto those light tubes.
And he's dragging him out. Those broken pieces of glass.
Goes for a cover.
I don't know if you want to get on top of that man, John. God knows what will happen.
We got a 2.5 there, great presence of mind there by Eddie to use his hand to grab that bottom rope, forcing the referee to stop that count.
And he's picking him up now.
And it continues. And this match continues, Eric. Winner of this match will move on to the finals.
Absolutely. Oh! And that one didn't break. Clothesline right there by Eddie. 2 familiar foes. Eddie 6'1", 195. The Arsenal 5'8", 160.
Oh, now he has that light tube. Look, he's carving in the forehead.
He's driving it into his forehead, John.
Look at the blood dripping down on the Eddie's leg there, Eric.
It's like a water fountain. It's like a faucet. I'll tell you what, John, this Eddie, he's a high flyer. You know, once he gets started, he's got more flips and flaps than John Kerry, John. He likes to go aerial, but I'll tell you, that's not going to win a match here. Oh, no. We got a bunch of sick fans here tonight, John. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Just like they do it in Canada, he said, Eric.
The Reaper is beginning to smile, John.
That's 2 right across the back.
I think he's about to climax. He's so excited. And these fans get it behind Eddie.
Oh, look at the bloody neck there. of Arsenal, Eric.
He throws the...
The back of his neck has been busted open.
Oh, yeah. And busted open in a hard way.
Uh-oh. Oh!
And that other back. Drop toe hold. Eddie going back to the wrestling. Wheelbarrow suplex, just like we saw him do earlier tonight. Plants him.
Planting him face first onto that canvas. Going and busting light tubes all over the canvas, Eric.
Absolutely.
No matter where you land, you're going to have glass digging through your flesh.
And he's pounding away on him. John, the art of the death match. It's such a masterful science that freezes your mind, body, and soul. I've said it before, I'll say it again. A piece of you remains here. You are never quite the same when you compete in a death match.
And he now calling for that trash can. He's got that steel trash can in the ring. Uh-oh.
And again. Oh! Look at him, John. He's going into convulsion.
Oh! Right into that corner, Eric, and his head bounced off that top turnbuckle.
And you know what, Johnny's in great shape, but it doesn't matter how many sit-ups you do, doesn't matter how many miles you run, doesn't matter how much you put up in the gym, that means absolutely nothing when you are in battle in the ultraviolet tournament of death.
Oh, now Eddie in that corner. Oh! Oh, right in the face!
Well, he liked trash cans.
Right in the face!
I think his eyes, one of those eyes went all the way back to Canada. And again!
He caught on with it twice. Right in his face.
You know, Eddie had his chance to walk away and see another day, but he didn't take his opportunity.
Look at the blood. Both of these stars are a bloody mess. He just got whacked dead smack square in his face.
You know,
two times with the bottom of that steel trash.
The legendary orator Musashi Miyamoto once said, to win the battle is to be prepared to die, and that couldn't be more apropos than that right now in this matchup.
Uh-oh. They're out in the fans, Eric, in the first, second, and third row. Oh!
Chair to the head.
Smacked him right over the head with that chair. And then he's back down on the ground, Eric. He's taking a beating in this matchup.
He sure is.
You think they're fighting over Mrs. Zandig? Winner gets this Zandig?
I don't think so, John.
Oh, they're going over to the truck, Eric.
She would be a prize in anybody's bedroom.
Let the boss hear you say that, Eric.
And right now, John,
he knows how you are.
I don't know if this is how they do it in Canada. Kind of hard. Oh no, we got a truck in play. It looks like, John. We got a truck in play. It's a shade of homeless Jimmy and Nick Mondo. The tournament of death #1. Are they going up or what, John?
Uh-oh, they're coming back. Here they come.
No truck.
They're fighting out there with the fans. This is all over the place.
And John, right now, keep in mind that the winner of this match, no matter how much punishment is absorbed, and look at these two men. These guys look like they just walked through a minefield. The winner of this match will wrestle once again in a final three-way dance.
We see Arsenal, but where is Eddie?
Eddie is out there. I don't know, maybe somebody buried him. As we await the return of Eddie, here he
comes, Eric. He's got a chair.
He's staggering.
He's got two chairs.
He's staggering like an Irishman on St. Patrick's Day, John.
He's got two chairs, Eric.
There they
Arsenal
go.
at this point unaware of Eddie's. Oh yeah, he was playing.
He's aware. He's aware.
Playing possum.
That's a Montreal Deathmatch champion, John. He knows what's up.
I hit your mom like a man last night.
And Arsenal, you would say the advantage would have to go with Arsenal because he right now has to be in complete control. Looks like Eddie has absorbed much more punishment than Arsenal has.
Side slam there on that chair. Eddie's spitting out glass, Eric. He just spit glass out his mouth.
He's going for a springboard here.
Oh!
Springboard somersault leg drop.
His head just snapped.
That's got to be it. He kicked out. Where does he get it from, John?
We got a 2.5. This match continues. Winner of this will move on to the finals, but will there be anything left of either one of these two men?
Who knows, John? Who knows?
And whatever you want to call it.
Lord only knows who they're going to have to wrestle in the finals, John.
Uh-oh. Pushes him in that corner, sets him up on that top turnbuckle. Uh-oh.
Arsenal setting up for that DVD 2K1. DVD 2K1! That's got to be it.
Onto that broken glass.
That's finished off many men, John, especially the IWS. I'm sure Eddie no stranger to that move, and no stranger to seeing the light
Waits for the
shortly
cover.
thereafter.
1, 2.
What? Where does he get it from, John?
That was so close. Eddie can't believe it, Eric.
John, the only difference
I can't believe he got up.
I could see between these two is Eddie absorbed less punishment in the opening round as far as deathmatch punishment goes than Arsenal. Other than that, right now you would have to think Arsenal has the match won.
Well, that was because he was too busy boinking on Mrs. Zandig.
Don't go there.
Eddie now fighting back with that forearm.
Eddie now with that suplex. Everybody out of the pool.
Right onto those light tubes. Uh-oh.
And Eddie covered in blood, his mouth swollen, his pants halfway down.
Oh, please, put the X on the screen. All that dirt on his back. Look, Eric, that's dirt, glass.
And it's going right into his body, right into the open skin, the open wounds. That's no respect right there, John. And he fell down.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. He's going to try to kill him, Eric. He going to get him, Eric.
Uh-oh, you got to be nuts.
For the end, Eric.
You got to be out of your mind. He's squirting blood out of his own body. What a sicko. What a maniac. Where do we find these people, John? You got to be kidding me. The total sextasy.
Advancing to the finals, 68.
John, this man is one match away from leaving Delaware with the Tournament of Death trophy.
And Eric,
What a sicko. What a maniac.
I'm ready for
who could believe it? Sexy Eddie advances to the finals of the Tournament of Death.
This guy's like a good-looking white beater right here. He's got the same mentality of him.
I will not agree with you on that one, Eric.
In the female's eyes, that is.
He's got blood squirting out of his forearm, Eric. He wants to once again make history here tonight, Eric.
The day is here, John. Armageddon is among us. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes right there. Necro starts early. He takes a page right out of J.C. Bailey's book. Remember, Bailey took it to
Necro
him.
Butcher had to do it. He comes into this matchup. Look, he was an injured man. He just barely got himself into the ring.
Yep.
And that was a smart move by attacking White Beater from behind to get the advantage early on in this
Hey,
matchup.
he may not have his limbs after the match, but at least he'll have his integrity, right, John?
He busted them like bolts right over the back of White Beater.
And John, they're not wasting any time.
Are they forks?
Hard to tell what's going through his body right now. The Lord only knows what's going through his mind.
Necro Butcher just drove those forks right into the back of White Beater. Headbutt.
Driving him in. And White Beater on his knees. There's some thumbtacks on the chair, John.
Uh-oh.
They're slugging it out, John. This is what a tournament final is all about. Oh! Some tournaments go on over 2 days, John. That gives the contestants a whole entire day to rest, to sleep, to heal up. This, we don't wait. We get right to it.
Uh-oh. He busted that wood, that piece of wood right over his head.
Necro Butcher now stabbing White Beater, or at least attempted to.
Look at the referee right in position there.
Oh, you mean the referee with the welder's mask on?
No, he's sticking it in his mouth.
He's shoving it down his throat. He's shoving it down his throat.
Uh-oh.
White Beater doesn't even know what.
Oh, here we go, Eric. Here we go. He knows we have those sheets of fence on the outside of the ring.
Going for a suplex.
Ah!
Suplex! Oh! And they're calling that spider web. And you can see the poisonous gases in front of us being expelled. I mean, John, when you wrestle a match like this, you're never the same. You're absolutely never the same. Just the piece of you stays here.
We got a 2 count there, and look at them, we're both a bloody mess. Necro Butcher now trying to fight back.
Over his head. Necro Butcher has nowhere to go right now, John.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Oh! Glass coming this way.
White Peter inflicting the punishment.
Oh, not that, John. I think you got that out of your bag. Oh!
The snapping pussycat, Eric.
It's a rubber orifice, John.
White Peter down on that
Or as
canvas.
they like to say in Atlanta, an international object.
Look at Necro Butcher pounding away on the forehead of White Peter. On the outside, there was just glass everywhere.
And now draping his ankle. And just beating on him with that fence. Right to that CZW wrestling side. That's sacrilegious right there, John.
White Peter now trying to fight back. Takes Butcher off his feet.
John, this is like a street fight right now. This is like the ending of a street fight because neither man has much left. They're going on pure adrenaline right now.
Uh-oh. We all do it 2 at a time.
He's getting excited in there, John.
Oh, White Peter grabs that barbed wire board.
John, you know these guys are on some post office wall somewhere in the United States.
Oh, now Necro Butcher chopping away.
Beat her with a block. And they're going over. We have concession stands over.
Oh boy, Eric.
We got pizza stands.
Oh boy.
Hot dog stands. Wife beater all over him like a moth to a flame. But clubbing blows to the back.
Oh, they're making their way over there. On the opposite side of the ring. Oh, wait a minute, Eric. This doesn't look good.
John, in a match like this, fear only goes as far as your mind allows. You have to block it off. It doesn't matter how many squats you do. Wait a minute. He's on the truck, John. He's climbing up the truck.
Oh. White Peter's on the roof of that truck right there.
He is at
So
high
where's the Necro Butcher?
He is at high altitude right now, John.
Necro Butcher just threw that steel chair at White Peter.
He's fighting back with everything that he's got.
White Peter now trying to climb up top of that truck.
He's still throwing chairs at
Being
him.
hit with chairs.
White Peter's on top, John. He's looking for refuge up there.
I don't think he's looking for refuge, Eric. I think White Peter's going to challenge the Butcher to meet him on top of that truck.
Well, this is a page right out of Genghis Khan's fight philosophy, John. You bring the fight to you, drag him onto the truck, and then once he gets up there, he's just going to attack him and go crazy. It's a page right out of
Here
Genghis
comes the
Khan
Butcher.
book. He's having a hard time getting up there, John.
Both men have been taking such a brutal beating throughout this tournament.
He wants him up there, then he's going to ambush him.
But it's all about one thing. It's all about the trophy. The tournament of that trophy that declares you the champion.
It's a whole different animal walking around with the best of the best trophy and the ultraviolet tournament of death trophy, isn't it, John?
Uh-oh. Necro Butcher now. Necro Butcher now coming up. Walking up. Trying to climb that truck, Eric. But he's lost a lot of blood.
Oh, he has. He could fall at any time.
Which means he's lost a lot of strength throughout this tournament.
John, this is a dangerous situation right now. This is a dangerous situation. This is enough already. This is enough already. Just end this thing.
Uh-oh.
Just end this
There's 2
thing.
tables set up over there.
My God, no.
Someone call 911.
May God be with you both.
Someone call 911. It's over, Eric.
I think we got a winner, John.
Call 911 because it's over.
John, I think 911's been on standby since the opening
We're
match.
waiting for a winner, Eric. We can't see from our vantage point.
It's wife beater. It's wife beater.
Or is it Butcher?
It's wife beater. I'm telling you, it's wife beater. I just received word it's wife beater. What a tournament, John. What an afternoon.
Of the match. And your Tournament of Death Ring champion, the White Beater!
John, he'll never be the same. If he retired after the first one, I don't think we're going to see much of him after this one.
And Eric, White Beater once again writes history as he is once again the Tournament of Death champion.
Yeah, it's all about history, John.
Oh, here goes the boss, Eric. There he is, Eric, your Tournament of Death champion.
Undefeated, John. Undefeated in TODs. Real bad. 6-0, John. 6-0.
Look at all these women here, Eric, with no teeth.
They have teeth. They just left them at home, John.
One more time, the White Beater prevails as the CZW Tournament of Death winner.
Toby Klein, very unpredictable. I don't think the man talks.
Toby, of course, was in the first ever Tournament of Death, losing to Nick Gage, and he was this close to coming back in the second Tournament of Death, but he lost in the Extreme 8. But of course, again, these two guys, no strangers to one another, especially in death matches.
Yeah, he won't quit, Eric. He kept plugging away.
And John, you didn't see it, but Toby Gillette and Neko Butcher are now World Tag Team Champions. They scored a big, big win just a few weeks ago over Nick Gage and Justice Payne.
Who would ever thought that would happen?
Right on, right on.
Team that looked indestructible.
Well, they were destructed, all right. Madman Pounding the Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Now, does that come with a bottle of urine? I mean, what do you win when you're the Juggalo champion?
I don't know, a match with Toby Klein.
What do you got, face paint?
With light tubes.
Hopefully Pounded didn't bring any of those Juggalo fans. They're nuts.
Oh, we got a collar and elbow already in this one.
How odd, John, that a match between these two guys would start off with a collar and elbow.
I mean, look, the referee's prepared. Look at him.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's ready. He's got the glasses on and everything. Again, the light tubes are in play.
Set up those chairs in that corner.
Madman Pondo, one of the guys, John, that really helped put CZW on the map before you and I came. And when we started back in 2000, remember his Ironman Championship matches with Nick Gage and Lobo really set a new standard for ultra-violence here in Combat Zone Wrestling.
That's right, Pondo, no stranger. Oh, right into the light tube.
One down. Making a deuce.
Sent them right into those tubes.
Pondo with that big right hand. Pondo sees something that he likes.
Look at how that glass just stays on the back.
Oh, yeah. Toby Klein right now in a lot of trouble.
Pondo wasting no time.
And Pondo again.
Face first.
Oh, what a headbutt. John, Madman Pondo did defeat Toby Klein in their last meeting last summer, but he stapled a dollar bill to his head.
He just headbutted that light tube right in his face.
Oh, yeah. Pondo back for the second year in a row. I see some barbed wire. Taking that barbed wire, digging it inside of the head, inside of the skin, the flesh of Madman Pondo.
He's punishing him. Klein's already bleeding out his back.
What a day. What a gorgeous day. What a gorgeous day for murder, huh? What a beautiful day to die.
Short right hand there by Pondo. The longer this match progresses, Eric, the more sick it becomes because then that glass gets all over the canvas.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, there are some guys, like we saw Robbie Marino's training video on Exposed when he's in there doing the cardiovascular training and the weight training on the Exposed. But then you have a guy like Madman Pondo, and that's why he's so successful in death matches. He doesn't worry about lifting weights and making his body pretty. It's all about how much pain he can absorb. And that's the difference between a guy like him. Oh, no.
He got that bowling ball.
Steve Wright.
Oh, man.
Give that man a free game. And look at him, John. He's just getting started, just getting warmed up.
You can tell me trying to pull the glass out is, well, I don't want to say it.
Uh-oh, here we go, the patented stop sign smash.
Pondo made that stop sign famous.
Oh, yeah, and it is patented, John, believe me. You gotta be nuts!
I think they heard that all the way in Atlantic City.
I think so. Toby Klein now starting to huff, get the fans behind him. And Pondo, what does he have? Is that a knife? Looks like a fishing knife, a hunting knife. He's carving him up like a turkey, John.
He's cutting
this
him.
is just sick.
He's cutting him.
You son of a bitch!
Sexy Eddie and JC Bailey have nothing on these two.
Oh, no. He's not done.
And again, no! Don't do it!
Oh, he's slicing him.
Oh, and he's busted now, John. Listen to these fans, John.
Oh, these sick fans.
Pondo now touring, taking Toby Klein's head on tour.
These fans really getting into this.
Oh, I'm telling you.
See some of the weapons these sickos brought with them.
Who won seconds on that turkey, John?
And that one work walking by, not me.
Oh, wow. We'll save that. Save that for the Ultraviolet Underground.
He just clobbered Toby with that knife right in his forehead.
What is that, a doll? He's having relations with the doll. It's like sacrificing a virgin.
Face first. You want to eat? Smashed it right in his face.
And again. Oh, I thought he had him.
Picked up a 2 count there.
And John, the interesting thing to know is that we're only on our second match tonight.
Toby Klein is a bloody mess. It's coming out of his back. He's bleeding from his forehead.
Oh, he's got that pencils. I know one guy that's happy to see those pencils in the ring. Oh, not on the pencils.
Oh, Toby blocked it.
Oh, he's going to reverse it. Oh no, he blocks it again. Fighting for his life right now, John. Oh, he may give him a wedgie. John, this year in the Tournament of Death, more wrestlers than ever. 12 and a half if you count Marino.
I count 13.
Well, we've never had that many in a Tournament of Death.
Never. Pondo now setting up those pencils on those 2 chairs.
Who's the sicko that brought that weapon?
One of our fans, Eric. You know there's something wrong with them.
Probably the grandmother at ring.
All of them. Oh no. Head first.
I think he softened him up for the pencils.
Face first right into those tubes.
And again, he's dead set on nailing him with those pencils.
Uh-oh.
It's like a bad school store sailing now.
Oh, Toby picks him up.
Airplane spin. Hello, San Diego! He got him!
Here's your winner, advancing to the semifinals, Mr. Insanity, Booby Brown.
What a way to go to the semifinals, huh?
Right through those pencils.
This Gallagher can whoop some ass, so I better watch it. I'd watch it if I was Max Smack. You don't want to take this guy too lightly. And again, John, you said it earlier, not an impressive man by his physique, but when you've watched the man, I've watched this man on videotape, this man almost had his arm cut off in a death match.
Oh, that's not good. Big chair shot from Wife Beater.
Absolutely, the Wife Beater, a veteran of the death matches. Wife Beater has been a part of CZW since August the 21st of 1999 when he debuted at the Pyramid of Hell against Trent Acid.
Bam! And you said the Big Japan Death Match Tournament title is on the line?
Absolutely. And another chair to the top of the head of the Necro Butcher. And look at the eyes of the Necro Butcher. The Necro Butcher is not in pain right now. He's just getting warmed up.
And they did say anywhere in Dover, Delaware.
Anywhere in Dover. He can pin him in the back of your truck bed, John.
Uh-oh.
You know, on the way to the building tonight, I got lost. I happened to pass a blood bank, which is right around the corner from here. And thank God for that. I hope they have some trucks pulled out front.
They want blood, they can just suck it up off the mat.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't take long. Necro Butcher now busted open.
Already busted open.
And again, John, you have some fans that have never seen CZW before, watching CZW right now for the very first time, that are Necro Butcher fans that think Necro Butcher is the most hardcore wrestler in the world. Necro Butcher can take the most pain, can inflict the most pain, but they've never seen the White Beater. Oh. They have no idea what they're in for. And on the other hand, John, a lot of CZW fans that have never seen Necro Butcher have no idea what the White Beater is in for.
The Necro Butcher just ran White Beater right into that steel post on the outside. And you're absolutely right, Gargiulo.
Thank you. Necro Butcher now has that chair set up outside for a vertical suplex. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Right on the asphalt. Thank God this ain't the first blood match, or it'd be over.
Oh, I'm telling you, John, remember, do not discount that bad shoulder of White Beater. Sure, he tells us he's 100%, but would he tell you any different? Again, he was dropped off the top of the cage from Justice Pain at Cage of Death 3. How healthy can that shoulder be? Remember how quickly he went out at Deja Vu.
Oh, I remember. I think our champ did a great job at Cage of Death 3.
Most wrestlers get into this business, they're inspired by belts. They're motivated by belts, they're motivated by money. Guys like Necro Butcher and White Beater, they're motivated by the ability to hurt people legally, by the ability to bleed, by the ability to make other people bleed.
The
This is what it's all about.
Necro Butcher just whacked White Beater with that steel trash can.
And that's barbed wire wrapped around it. That ring's a mess. And we're just getting started, John. We're going to be here all night at this rate. Thank God this isn't an I Quit match, but neither man would quit.
The Necro Butcher must stay on top of White Beater if he wants to advance in this deathmatch tournament. Bam! Oh!
Big one-legged drop kick off of the top rope. And look at a Necro Butcher. You would not expect a move like that to come from him, but he is capable of anything, John. He can take this tournament. Do not discount him.
Wife beater still down on his back. He's stuffed in that trash can.
You know, John, there are some guys you can look at in this tournament. You could say, yeah, that guy has a long shot. Yes, that guy is an underdog. Do not discount Necro Butcher. He has to be considered a favorite, as well as the wife beater. This could be a final.
Main event match in the second round. Max Mack on the outside. He still has that staple gun.
And John, again, think about this. You win this matchup. With all the pain that you have endured, you have to win 2 more death matches to win this tournament.
Oh!
You gotta be kidding me. Right on the back of his head.
White Beater just killed the Necro Butcher.
Max Mack, again, the brother-in-law, the White Beater outside for support. He's got the staple gun. It's back to school night here in Dover.
Uh-oh.
Did he bring his white out?
White Beater famous for the staple gun.
Sure is. One of the innovators. CZW, of course, the first company to ever use it. Here's his staple gun. I think I'm gonna puke.
Necro Butcher, welcome to CZW.
And this is just the first round. The Necro Butcher drove 10 hours for this.
White Beater now stuffing the head of Necro Butcher inside that steel trash can.
This is legalized insanity. It's almost cathartic for these men to be a part of this tournament.
Uh-oh. He's returning the favor.
White Beater now. Double stop. And look at him laughing in there.
He loves it.
He's having a blast. It's like he's 2 years old and the clown just came in for the birthday party.
White Beater's a sick man. No one ever said he was sane.
Where's the pinata? And that trash can impairing the vision of the Necro Butcher.
Max Mack appears to grab a board which has, it looks to me as if they're mouse traps.
I think Sam the Butcher has a better shot of winning this match at this point.
White Beater stapled his shirt to his lip, Eric.
White Beater with a big snap suplex. Those look like mouse traps. Those got to be
They
mouse
are
traps.
mouse traps. That's what I told you. You don't ever listen to me. 2 count there by Brian Logan.
And thank goodness Logan has those gloves on. Wouldn't want him to get his hands dirty.
White Beater setting that board up in the corner. Max saying something to him, Eric. I have no idea what.
What's he motivating him with? You think he's going to throw him some extra meat later tonight?
Maybe some extra potato chips? No, Max Mack never gives up meat. He gives up.
That's a mouse trap. That's a human being, not a mouse. It's not an animal.
You don't think Max Mack will give up any of his dinner, do you?
I think Peter's going to be outside protesting this matchup. He's got another one of those mouse traps. Oh, enough already.
I don't think Necro Butcher's going to be using those for a while. Bam!
Slam. As my partner likes to say, bam.
Bam!
And look at White Beater. He's just getting started.
Necro Butcher has no idea where he is right now.
White Beater now clearing the way. Obviously, John, he could have pinned him. Obviously, he could have gotten the 3 count. I mean, how's a man going to kick out of that? But apparently not enough. Necro Butcher's come alive.
Uh-oh, here he comes. They're coming over here. They're coming over here.
There's a Butcher on the loose. There's a Butcher on the loose.
Eric, I don't want them to come over here.
They're coming this way.
Uh-oh, they're both a bloody mess. Big chop there by the Necro Butcher.
You know, you're the first to enter yourself in that battle royal. Why don't you enter yourself in this tournament?
Oh, they won't let me in the tournament, Eric.
Have a seat. Why don't you, Butcher?
I think John Zandy was right, but I was going to hurt his superstars.
Butcher now biting it to the head. Remember, this is a man that just had his lip stapled. This is a man that just had his most private of areas stapled. What do you think motivates him right now to beat the living hell out of the White Beater?
I don't know, Eric, but whoever wins the tournament of that automatically becomes famous.
White Beater on all 4s right now.
Big knee to the head there by Necro Butcher.
What a knee lift. Think Mr. Wrestling 2 had that in mind when he invented that move in 1922.
The blood pumping out of the head of White Beater and Butcher. He's got a trash can. Bam!
I think the White Beater just picked number 10, and it's number 10 now at the Butcher counter.
Uh-oh.
He's coming this way.
Wait a minute, they're coming over here.
I hope you didn't hear what you said about him, House. I hope you didn't hear what you said about him. What you said about his wife and kids.
Shut up, here they come.
They're about 2 feet away from us.
Necro Butcher, another one.
The Necro Butcher can pull the upset. He can beat the White Beater right here, 2 feet away from our table. 2 feet away.
He's choking him with cable wires.
They're 2 feet away from our table.
They're right here, Eric.
And the White Beater right now, his vision is impaired. The cable right over the eyes. Necro Butcher is a veteran of death matches, a veteran of deathmatch tournaments.
White Beater fighting back. Big forearm on the back of Necro Butcher. What is he doing?
They're coming this way. They're coming this way.
Oh,
Back setting up the
bam! Another big forearm there by White Beater.
The 3-time CZW
They're
World
both
Heavyweight.
bleeding profusely out of their heads.
Necro Butcher now.
What is that?
Hey, that's my water.
That was my water.
I think your water has a little bit of blood on it.
Eric, I got blood on me.
And the White Beater now, just beating up Necro Butcher like he walked into his house and stole something.
I said I got blood on me.
I heard you, well, so do I. Oh my God, no. They gotta make it to the second. How are they gonna go to the second round?
Oh, they gotta get through the first round.
How are they gonna go to the second round?
No.
It's just virtually
Butcher's
impossible.
fighting it.
Here's where the strength of the White Beater will play a factor. The physical condition of the White Beater.
He's using his head.
He sure is. Anything can happen. Oh my God, this Butcher is
Here
possessed.
we go. No. He's got him up.
White Beater lands on his feet.
Oh. Someone call 911.
Frankenstein!
That should be it. It's over.
John, there is salt all over that ring. Once their bodies hit that salt-covered canvas, it will sting, it will hurt, it will be extremely painful. And how about the 200 light tubes? The White Beater is 1-1 in 200 light tube matches. One win over Nate Hatred last year, our very last show in Delaware of 2001, and one loss to Nick Gage, and they said it couldn't be done in 2000.
This is what it's all about. Who wants it more? Who wants to be the Tournament of Death champion?
Nick Mondo has been the kind of guy in CZW that almost gets there. He comes. Forget about it. It's on. I don't even know why I bother analyzing this.
White Beater going face first into the light tubes.
Takes the light tubes right over the head.
And now into the salt, Eric.
Oh, there is salt all over the body, and that's hurting. Big kick. Who needs baseball to go on strike when you have CZW?
Who cares about baseball,
That's
Eric?
what I'm saying. Got 3 light tubes in his hand. There are 200 light tubes that surround this ring. It is dark and it is raining here in Dover, Delaware.
And it is almost a guarantee that every one of them bulbs will be busted.
And barbed wire, springboard leg drop.
And don't forget, like you said earlier, Eric, salt was poured all over the canvas.
And John, at one time, they were both members of the Big Deals, Zandig's Big Deals, who he exclusively recruited. Nick Mondo and White Beater, they were partners. They rode the same road together. They shared the same rooms together. They ate together. They trained together. They did it all together. But tonight, they find themselves battling for the very same thing, that Zandig Tournament of Death Championship.
And both of these two participants in this match very much so want to be the champion. They want to win this Tournament of Death.
White Beater grabs 2 tubes, makes it a double. All right, when's it gonna end? What are we gonna need, tendons hanging out of the body like a deja vu?
White Beater, look at his back, Eric. The blood is pumping out of the back and the shoulder areas of White Beater. Bam!
This is just downright disgusting at this point, John. Look at the back of the White Beater. Those scars, that blood, they tell a story, a nightmare, a horror tale. Something so horrific Stephen King couldn't even write it.
Bam! This is ultra-violence. Ultra-violent entertainment. You can't get it anywhere else but here at CZW.
And you know what, John? I'm going to tell you what right now. After what I saw Nick Mondo do to the Messiah in the last match, he deserves it.
Nick Mondo right now, he's down, Eric. Face first. Face laying on that glass and on that salt.
Pouring salt into the wounds. That's just sick. Over the head.
Oh!
Nick Mondo loaded his own gun by bringing that bucket of salt to the ring with them.
Bam!
Out of the park, home run.
Careful what you bring in that ring, Eric, because it can and will be used against you.
Absolutely. Nick Mondo again in survival mode. Not in winning mode, not in an offense mode, but in survival mode right now. Defense. Defense is your best strategy if you are sick Nick Mondo.
Nick Mondo now sitting there piling those light tubes on to the wife beater.
Sick Nick Mondo and wife beater, both former Iron Man champions.
Bam!
As many death matches as Nick Mondo and wife beater have been accustomed to participating in over the years in CZW in Japan, they have never participated in this style tournament, a one-night tournament, a series of matches. Never in their careers have they done anything like this.
And this is what it's all about. Look at the blood on the back of Nick Mondo. Oh!
How about the blood on the back of the wife beater?
They're both busted open everywhere. There's blood all over them.
Sick Nick Mondo steps on that light tube, breaks it again, digs it right into the stomach of wife beater.
One. We got a two. Wait. 2 count there by Rob Hartog.
And how many stitches do you think it'll take to close those wounds?
Eric, you would have to be a sick man to enter the tournament of death.
Absolutely. I mean, what do you win? Like I mentioned earlier, a gold-plated casket. This is the tournament of death.
They get a belt, Eric, a belt, a title, a championship
It's not about a belt. It's about bragging rights. It's about wife beater walking in the locker room, walking past all of his other comrades, looking at them square in the eye and knowing that he won the tournament of death. Same goes for sick Nick Mondo. And what an outstanding night of action we have seen tonight in Zanding's tournament of death.
Bam!
Gut-wrench suplex.
Non-stop ultra violence. White beater now piling the light tubes on to sick Nick Mondo.
Wife beater again. Don't ever question the heart of a Marine. He is a former Marine and has been through some of the most intense training that a human being can endure.
Oh yeah, and sick Nick Mondo's a World War II Japanese kamikaze pilot, Eric. You've said it yourself.
Sure have.
Bam! Ha ha!
And where's it gonna end, John? Where's it gonna end? How's a match like this gonna end?
And that, Eric, once again, was entertainment.
While pinfalls count anywhere, what if Nick Mondo's arm falls off? Can you pin his arm on the other side of the building? Can you pin his toe? Can you put his pinky in a sleeper hold?
Nick Mondo right now. Eric, I don't think he knows where he is at this point.
How'd you like to stroll into the ER at 12:30 in the morning with the Deathmatch Championship wrapped around your tendon that's in your body?
Mondo, out of desperation, throws those light tubes right into the wife beater.
What happens after the match if Nick Mondo or wife beater win? If they call their mother, hey mom, I won the Deathmatch tournament. I just got beaten within an inch of my life.
Both wife beater and Nick Mondo bleeding from every part of their body, Eric.
They are lacerated all over the place. They are feeling it right now. Remember, there it's salt poured into that ring. So everything hurts 3 times over. Trading shots.
White beater just smashed that light tube across the ear of Nick Mondo.
Trading shots like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader in there.
Uh-oh.
I don't think they're doing business anymore. I don't think there's any shortage of blood here at CZW tonight. Live in Dover, Delaware. He's got the weed whacker up. Take the weed whacker out of this. Take the weed whacker out of this. It's a human being, not a plant. No! I'm closing my eyes. I'm closing my eyes. My God! Oh! My God!
Oh!
Excuse me!
Bam!
Stein!
1, 2, 3! It's over!
He won the tournament! What a finish!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner.
Joe will get involved in this matchup.
Yes.
Physically.
Yes. I do.
We'll see.
It's elimination style. It's elimination style, John House.
Notice how Zandig sucker punched Nick Gage. See, this is exactly what I thought would happen. You got Butcher and Zandig both teaming up on Nick Gage.
It's Armageddon right now for Nick Gage. Getting carved up with that light tube. Zandig smashing him. Zandig with that light tube. Zandig who went through Eddie Kingston and Robbie Marino and Necro Butcher's partner Toby Klein. All in one day. And look at Necro sizing him up.
Oh, yeah. He's sizing him up.
Oh, did you see Gypsy Joe pushing Zandig? Carving him up, very reminiscent to what Ian Rotten did to Nick Gage in the Ultraviolet Tournament of Death back a couple of years ago.
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute, didn't budge him.
Zandig and Butcher going toe-to-toe.
Oh, man, fans been waiting for this. Uh-oh.
To go for one of those Falcon arrows. It's exactly what he did, but he didn't sit out. The only courage that matters in this one, John, is the kind that gets you out of here alive.
Big now hammering away on Butcher. Nick Gage now picking up that tube. Busts it right over the back of Zandig.
John, it's about survival right now. Survival. And again, it's elimination style.
Oh, man. Gage is going crazy. Gage now rubbing the forehead of Butcher right into that barbed wire that's laced over that ring. Over the floor of that ring.
And wait a minute. Nick Gage is feeling it. It really has been his day, John House. Have you ever seen Nick Gage look this good?
Hammering away down, Butcher Zandig back to his feet. Gage's back is turned.
Nick Gage, recently a tag team champion, the first ever CZW World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, wait a minute, I think that's the lemon juice. That's the lemon juice pit there. Zandig now cutting the forehead of Gage.
These men have walked into the killing field, so you know, John, maybe we should inform the people at home.
Zandig's biting into a lemon and squeezing the juice right into the open wound.
That's gotta sting. That's gotta sting.
Zandig's a sick man. Bastard.
Zandig now slow to get inside of the ring. Gypsy Joe just watching. At this point, what a legend he is.
Poor Nick Gage, he's been double teamed. Oh, he's calling him out. Necro Butcher's calling Zandig and Nick Gage out.
I look at Gypsy Joe, he's saying, come on, get it on, guys. Oh, we saw Nick Gage and Necro Butcher do this at the last event. At High Stakes 3, they sat in 2 chairs, and now Zandig's gonna get involved. This is an old-fashioned slugfest right here.
Come on, Nicky, you don't want to do it.
Look at Gypsy Joe.
Gypsy Joe, stay there. Joe,
Oh, they're slugging it out.
It's like Ring Around the Rosie. Look at that shot.
Oh, he caught Necro right in the nose.
Quite honestly, John, it's organized violence at this point. Necro and Zandig, toe-to-toe. Down goes Necro. Oh, he nailed him.
He left his feet. Uh-oh, Zandig now. Might be going for that Falcon Arrow.
Oh no, instead a suplex right on all that glass.
Oh, Gage's in a lot of trouble. Butcher's sitting over there in that corner. He ain't moving.
Zandig has Nick Gage. We still haven't seen one elimination yet. Necro Butcher back in the finals for the second year in a row. One thing's guaranteed is we're going to see a new Tournament of Death champion tonight.
Uh-oh. Zandig's got him up.
Oh, Gage has been in that position before. He knows how to counter it.
Zandig trying to send him right into that barbed wire pit. Oh, Zandig just clocked him. He just clocked him with that.
Oh, he did. Necro Butcher making some kind of a contraption there at the ladder and the light tubes. He nailed him again.
Zandig now slicing away.
And Gypsy Joe admonishing Zandig. I think he forgot that it's the Tournament of Death. Anything goes. What's he going to do, disqualify him?
Oh, Zandig now setting Butcher up. Oh, no. He's got him up. Oh.
Go ahead, call him.
Damn.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Damn. The longer this match gets, the more disgusting it gets.
Somebody downstairs is laughing at this carnage. People are chanting for the Butcher.
Gage now. Zandig working over Gage on the outside. Zandig just bent a pole or something over his head. Picking up Gage. Walking him around the ringside area. Picks him up.
He went into one of those pits, I would imagine. Again, impossible to see exactly what's going on from our vantage point.
Zandig now picking up Gage. Butcher still down in that corner. Still hasn't recouped from that.
Look at his back, John.
Oh, God.
Look at his back. Looks just as good as it looked last year.
Nick Gage being drugged in that ring by Zandig. This match very dangerous. Please don't try this at home. Oh, no.
All right, Gage again escaping the mother effing bomb.
Suplex right onto that ladder.
That's gotta hurt. Zandig almost caught like a tree of woe right now. Oh, the Butcher smells blood. That's the dangerous part about this three-way match, John, is it leaves you a blind spot. You can't see where both of your opponents are at all times. It's a very dangerous situation in there.
Zandig's in a very dangerous situation.
You're talking about a three-way death match.
Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Are they thumbtacks?
They are.
Oh, man, it's got to be at least 100,000 of them. At least.
Butcher now putting the boots to Zandig.
Zandig's still down. Gage now smashing them bulbs over the back of the legs of Butcher.
Look at the face of Nick Gage.
Look at Gypsy Joe. He's been standing in that one spot since the match started.
Somebody go in there and take his pulse.
Oh, he just cracked him.
Gage now has Zandig. He's going to give him the hardcore drop to the outside.
Oh, that barbed wire box.
Something's on fire! Boss on fire! Boss on fire! Boss on fire!
Call 911. Call 911.
Oh Call 911. They got 10 ambulances lined up out front. I'll tell you what, John, I never saw more wrestlers in the back run out of the locker room to see what's going on after seeing that shot right there.
Oh, man, poor Nick Gage.
Listen to the fans.
Sickos.
It's like a human cockfight out there.
Oh, man. All three of these men are just beating the hell out of each other. Poor Nick Gage. Poor Nick Gage. Damn.
With the trash can.
Clobbering Zandig with that trash can.
The 2002 IWA Mid-South King of the Death Matches winner, Necro Butcher, right now. Looks to be the most healthy, believe it or not, of everybody involved.
Butcher now climbing up on that apron.
Senton.
Watch out for Nick Gage. Hey, come on, Nick Gage.
Nick Gage just moments ago was set on fire. Yeah, he's back.
I mean, not only do you have to wonder about whether he will continue in the tournament, but you have to wonder about whether he is permanently injured.
Come on, Nick, you'll get up. What a fucking clear!
Nick Gage is in a real bad position right now.
They're still trying to put the fire out.
I mean, you can smell his flesh burning from here. It's a real dangerous situation right now.
What a brutal matchup this is. This has been.
Necro Butcher, look at his back.
Zandig's on his feet. Zandig now going after Gage. Oh, inside cradle. At least that's what it looks like from here.
Nick Gage is in a lot of trouble, John.
He's in a lot of trouble, Eric, and I can't quite see what's going on, but I see Nick Gage.
That makes two of us.
Gage is on his feet.
I'm silent because I can't see anything. I would like to thank the Crack Video production staff for setting up this fine location to call the show this afternoon, where I can't see a damn thing.
Butcher now on his feet. I can see Butcher's up. Looks like he's sizing up. Oh, he just hammered Zandig. Wait a minute, I just heard a 3 count.
And it's down to Nick Gage and Necro Butcher. How can Nick Gage continue? Zandig eliminated first in his own tournament.
Yeah, you see that? His own tournament, his own match, and he got his ass beat.
No shame, John. No shame in losing in the finals. No shame in losing in the first round.
Gage. Necro just called out Gage.
And look at Gage's body. You can see the burns on his body.
Uh-oh. Butcher trying to get him up, blocked by Gage. Gage blocks a 7-7. Back body drop.
And look at Gage. He's holding his arms. He is so burnt right now. He is in so much pain. I mean, you want to talk about a show of courage right now. Some people come into this tournament and think they're heroes. Some people are made to be heroes. This guy is a hero right here because with the amount of punishment that his body has taken to be standing there going toe-to-toe with Necro Butcher is just inhuman to me.
Nick Gage just dug that bowl right into the skull of Butcher, and when he pulled it out, you seen the blood squirt.
Gypsy Joe talking to Necro, making sure he can continue. Nick Gage gathering his senses about him.
Nick Gage on the outside. Oh, he just attacked Gypsy Joe!
Gypsy Joe into the ring post. He's got no respect at all. No respect at all. He might be heroic, but he's still a son of a bitch, John House.
Oh, Gage now setting him up. He's setting him up for something. They got 4 panes of glass set up over there.
Stacked high, John.
Uh-oh. Necro blocking it. Gage trying to get him up. Necro continues to hang on. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Not this. Snoop. Damn. Someone call 911. Someone call 911.
Do we have a referee that can count to 3? We got a winner! We got a winner!
Who is it?
He did it, John! He did it! He won the Tournament of Death! Nate Hatred has not been the same since then. He has had neck and shoulder problems since then. He is not 100%. And White Peter has never been the same since the Cage of Death number 3, where Justice Pain throwing him off the scaffold into the ring. A match that changed the course of CZW history forever.
That's right. If you want to talk about dominance in tag teams, there you go. There's 2 of them right there. And it's all going to come to a head tonight.
Justice Pain's record, 3rd Cage of Death, John.
And you know what a lot of people say, which I don't believe myself, that man right there, Nate Hatred, is the reason why Justice Pain left town back then when he was the world heavyweight champion.
Say that.
That he ducked Nate Hatred. And we're going to find out tonight.
John, this one's not about belts. This one's about bragging rights. This one's about pride. This was about who are the baddest men in the company.
Springboard high cross body there, Justice Pain on the gate. Gage rep. Pain repping that trash can over the head of Nick Gage.
Of his own brother, John. His own brother.
White Peter.
Don't forget that.
Now working on. And there's no brotherly love here. Going up here tonight. Oh!
John,
he just kabonged him with the...
John, Justice Pain, one half of the innovators of the Cage of Death. Him and Lobo headlined the very first Cage of Death. Nick Gage, ironically enough, wrestled in a junior heavyweight title match on the undercard of the very first Cage of Death.
I mean, you have to go with experience in the Cage of Death. You got to go with White Peter and Justice Pain, without question. However, they have not teamed up in so long, which puts the advantage in the favor of Nick Gage and Nate Hatred.
Oh, absolutely. Oh! Look at that glass!
He busted him right through that glass. Justice Pain wasted no time, beating on his little brother, Nick Gage.
Justice Pain came back to CZW with a purpose, John, and that was to reclaim his right as the baddest man in combat zone wrestling.
Nate Hatred now working over White Peter with those big right hands. Now computer monitor, a computer hard drive.
And White Peter and Nate Hatred, we all know about the wars that those two had. They exchanged the Iron Man title quite a few times back in 2001, John.
Justice Pain now shredding Nick Gage on that side. Look, Nick Gage already, within 2 minutes of this matchup, already a bloody mess. Hatred now working over White Peter in ring number 2. Those two monsters, talk about history there. When Nate Hatred came into CZW, he called out the White Peter, which at that time was unheard of.
Absolutely.
And it's still unheard of to this day.
Nick Gage and Nate Hatred as a team, 2-0 at Cage of Death. but they have never been with anybody like White Peter and Justice Payne.
Nick Gage just drove Payne into that steel while White Peter is beating the hell out of Nate Hatred.
Justice Payne just met his #1 fan. And John, for longtime CZW fans like you and I, this is like a dream match right here.
White Peter busted open, working over Nate Hatred. He was driving that steel chair into the legs area of the monster. Oh! Smashing that computer right over the skull of Justice Payne. Robbie Marino, Maven Bentley still on top of that cage.
Scared to death.
Handcuffed, scared to death, and rightfully they should be. White Peter now headbutt on the Nate Hatred suplex by Nick Gage across that trash can.
Can you imagine what the holidays are going to be like?
Oh! Nate Hatred attempted a powerbomb on White Peter, but with all the thumbtacks, he slipped, he lost his
And he's
footing.
also got that bad neck, which really takes a lot of the strength away from Nate Hatred.
And he drove his own head into that table. Gage now with that keyboard.
Hatred's neck has never been the same. Jumps over the power in the eyes.
And there's some more history for you right there. The wars that these two men have had.
Back in 2000.
Nick Gage and White Peter. Some of the most brutal matches I've ever
They
witnessed.
said it couldn't be done, John, the two on the light tubes.
Oh!
Merry Christmas.
He crowned them. He knighted them with that.
What do you think Christmas will be like in their house?
Uh-oh. Oh! White Peter power bombing Nate Hatred through that table.
Continuing the assault on the bad neck, shoulder and back of Nate Hatred.
Uh-oh. He got mail.
Yeah. He got spam.
This is what ultra-violent entertainment is all about. And you're looking at 4D Innovators.
Absolutely, John.
Payne now walking across that cage.
Justice Payne, half of the very first cage of that main event. Justice Payne won his very first CW World Heavyweight Championship inside of the cage of death. The cage of death 2.
Payne now working over White Peter. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Looks like a gutter. Looks like someone's got a stole right off someone's house. Justice Payne just waiting for his shot, his opportunity. Sitting on top of that cage.
Robbie Marino and Maven Bentley waiting for their opportunity to leave. The hell is that? These weapons were supplied by
A blockbuster off the top of the cage.
And remember, these sick fans supplied the weapons, John. Sick. With a broom. A broomstick, that hurts, John.
Nate Hatred now on his feet. White Peter trying to fight back, going for the legs of the monster. Going for the legs of Nate Hatred. Oh! He just waffled him.
Kaplunk. Whack-the-ball.
Down goes the son of Satan. Nick Gage is down. I mean, Eric, look who's in control of this matchup at this point. It's Justice
The original
Payne.
Hate Club.
It's Justice Payne and White Peter.
The original Hate Club, John.
White Peter now stalking Nick Gage, pulling him up. Got him cinched. Got the arm hook snap suplex on the Frosty the Snowman.
Come on, Payne!
Goes for the cover. We got a 2 count.
Justice Payne's such a dangerous athlete in there, John.
I mean, look at what he's doing to his own brother.
Yep. I mean, there's no way to defend yourself in a match like this. That'll do it. It's an orgy of violence right now, John. Trash can in the back of Nate Hatred.
I mean, look at the ring. I mean, there's glass, thumbtacks, broken everything all over the canvas. White Peter now setting up he has a sheet of glass. He's draping it over two steel chairs. Robbie Marino must have a pound of crap in his pants right now.
And Nick Gage has a chair, has a guitar part of these. Oh, he's going right in. He's got Marino, he's got his sights set. You know the Blackout and Nick Gage, they got problems. Oh! He just busted that guitar right over the head of Robbie Marino. He just played a Christmas tune right over his head. You know the Blackout, the Hate Club, Nick Gage and Nate Hatred, they got some unresolved issues right there, John. Nate Hatred. Oh! Oh, right through the glass. Payne now got that toilet seat covered. Absolutely. Who knows where it came from? Hopefully not from one of the bastards in here. Oh, man. Nick Gage is on the hot seat right now. Literally on the hot seat. Robbie Marino's knocked out cold. Leg slingshot leg drop
on the Nick Gage. I mean, these two brothers really hate each other, those Nick Gage and Justice Payne.
And we're going to be here all night watching these guys kill each other, John. These guys all have such a high threshold for pain. We're going to be here all night. None of these guys are going to quit. And look at Nate Hatred. He can barely move right now. His body hunched over.
I mean, White Peter early on in this matchup went down low on Nate Hatred. With those foreign objects in the ring, starts working on the legs.
And Hatred already injured.
And in the area of that monster. He's worn him down early. And I think Nate Hatred now, with the blood loss, is starting to feel the effects.
Went back to work with that fan. I think Marino's crying up there.
He's just waffling in the face. He was just combined with that guitar. And that guitar has thumbtacks on it.
Right into the cage.
Sent into the steel. White Peter's still down.
They sent him in with such velocity, he almost took that cage down.
White Peter got kabombed there by that guitar. Justice Payne hanging on to that top rope.
Yeah, for the guys in the match previous to this, those guys probably had butterflies in their stomach, probably didn't sleep for weeks in anticipation for this matchup, while these guys probably slept like babies last night.
Nate Hatred got, Nick Gage got that steel chair, and that steel chair has thumbtacks.
This is like Christmas morning for these guys.
Hundreds of thumbtacks all over it. White Peter just taking that chair shot. Thumbtack sticking in his head.
And Justice Payne slouched.
They wasted no time brutalizing each other. I think it's going to come down to who loses the less blood in this match.
And don't forget, there's a cabin of white tubes in the corner there. The plane of glass.
Another one. Already busted two in this matchup thus far.
And now they're placing that plane of glass, lining across those chairs. Justice Payne not moving, White Peter barely moving. Nate Hatred now putting the boots to him.
Working over White Peter, Nick Gage. Try to feet smack some glass.
This is the first cage of death that Justice Payne has been involved in which a title has not been on the line.
Sheet of glass, got that saw and thumbtacks.
Oh, they got the traitor, John.
Shoots Justice Payne in. Justice Payne smart there. Hung on to those ropes.
Wait a minute. Oh, bam! What the hell is that? What the hell is that about?
Nick Gage just drove Nate Hatred through that glass.
Nate Hatred is defenseless.
Saw on Nate Hatred. What's this all about?
No, Nicky.
Oh, look at that. See that air? Blood sticking in water.
Don't do it, Nicky. Not the spike driver.
That move's been outlawed.
Nate Hatred has a bad neck to begin with.
They're trying to put out the monster.
Remember last year at the Cage of Death, they reunited last year. I guess the anniversary's over.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I just witnessed, John.
You know, I won't even lie. I'm gonna be honest for you for a minute, right before the biggest show of the year. Blackout, we've been up all night. We haven't been sleeping at all because we've been stressing out over this really intense, dangerous match, man. Because we want to give the fans something that's worthwhile. Nah, I'm just fucking playing. We was up smoking weed, banging bitches, running train, doing what the Blackout does. You see, a lot of motherfuckers are about to be very, very disappointed. A lot of motherfuckers might not even enjoy their Christmas dinner. You see, I know what all the smart fans are saying. Well, they have to lose. It's Cage of Death. They have to lose.
Babyfaces usually win.
We don't have to do shit. We're the Blackout, baby. We got the promoter working for us. Matter of fact, if we won it, we could just forfeit the titles and force you fans to watch tournaments involving teams you don't want to see next month. You see, the Blackout is the most prestigious, the most elite, stable, no, it ain't even a stable now. It's a label. It's a label, and our newest acquisition. Where you at? Where you at? Jack Evans.
Right here.
Are you ready to dive off of that fucking cage? Are you ready to do some crazy flips and shit to help the Blackout keep the tag team titles?
Man, you don't even gotta ask that. Jack Evans is always down to be putting in work, yo.
Sabian, are you prepared to re-injure your shoulder maybe? Maybe break your ribs? Maybe not be banging bitches for a while just so the Blackout can keep the tag team titles?
Yeah, I could break any and everything, and I'll still be able to bang the bitches, including B&B. This one's for you, baby.
Eddie Kingston, my man in the back. Yo, Eddie Kingston. Are you ready to knock a motherfucker's teeth out if you have to?
Come on, without a doubt. You should know this already, Robbie. You know what I mean? We got Chris Cash over there. Come on, man. Your heart pumps Kool-Aid, cuz. We got J.C. Bailey. What does he eat? Cornbread country motherfucker. You know what I mean? You feel me? And then we got Sexy Eddie. Real simple, Sexy Eddie. Fuck you. Fuck IWS. And then we got, what? Nate Webb, what's he gonna do? Dance on thumbtacks? Fuck that motherfucker.
Maven Bentley. Are you prepared to litigate a motherfucker into the poor ass if you have to help us keep our tag team titles?
As long as your checks don't bounce, you know I am, Mr. Marino.
My checks never bounce because I started this thing with this man, the most prolific junior heavyweight, the man that led me to greatness and helped me lead these men to greatness. Ruckus, what are you ready to do tonight?
Yo, I'm ready to fuck some bitches. I'm ready to smoke some blunts. Oh, we got a cage match tonight, right? Yeah. Well, I'm ready to do that, but then I'm ready to fuck more bitches and smoke some more blunts.
It's very simple. There's only one thing faster than the speed of light, and that's the speed of dark. Because believe me, motherfucker, you always bet on black.
Right now.
Like I said last month, the belts will be on the line tonight.
What Xander should do is tell Maven Bentley in the Blackout that he's sorry. He should be in there apologizing.
Xander looks at home in the Cage of Death, doesn't he?
You might have a promoter's license, but I got my friend right here. I don't give a fuck about your promoter's license when it's Cage of Death time of the year, bitch.
Oh, look at that language, huh?
Now, here's the thing. Take your punk ass up on top the fucking cage. Now.
What a role model he is.
Take your punk ass up with him. Move!
How dare him talk to those
I think Marino's pants just turned brown.
I got news for you. If he said that to me, I'll punch him right in his...
Shorty, where you at?
This is terrible.
Okay, now, Scrawny, you go up there and handcuff them two motherfuckers to the top.
What did he just call him, Scrawny?
You get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, he's big and tough with that bat in his hand.
Now.
He's sitting at home wondering if he got one match left.
You two hold on to the belts if you can. Now it's time to turn it up 150 fucking knots and show you people Cage of Death the way it's supposed to be. Get somebody out here from Team Cash. Let's get this motherfucker going. Every minute after that, another member will come out. The only way you lose is if you hit the fucking floor. is if you get them belts up there. So that's the rules. Hit somebody from Team Gas Music. Let's get this motherfucker started. No!
There's the bell. And it's on, John.
I don't think you can make a go for those belts, Eric, until every contestant has entered that cage of death.
Look at Maven and Marino getting into it.
I think that's terrible what Zandig made them do.
I think it's tremendous, John. They look tremendous up there. Look like a bunch of pigeons.
I feel so bad for Robbie Marino. Fired 1 year ago tonight.
Yeah, Crimea River. Big Web. Starting it out, we're going with the Spider can do. Big Web climbing up. Maybe he's going for his belts. Oh no, going right to the ladders. Nate Webb. There's not a lot of pretext for defense in a match like this, John.
Looks like he gets the right in the wrist with that ladder. Setting it up now in the corner.
I gotta tell you, John, Eddie Kingston has never been involved in a match like this.
Kingston gets sent into that turnbuckle.
Nate Webb was in the cage of death. Then the Nebraska tumbleweed there out of Nate Webb. Uh-oh. Caught.
5, 4, 3,
He drove him right
2,
to the ladder, Eric.
1.
Kingston is an animal. What? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! That's a disgrace. I can't believe it.
Representing Team Blackout, Sabian.
Give it up for the booty man, Eric. Stand up. Sabian is 0-1 at Cage of Death. And John, it was his three-way match last year at the Cage of Death, which began it all as the booty man. Look at Sabian, very trepidatious. Oh, Sabian all over Nate Webb.
That's what he's got to do, Eric. He's got to take it to him. Right now, it's 2-on-1. This is their chance to gain the early advantage in this matchup.
Absolutely. Watch the little man fly.
Oh! Ran into the steel.
And Eddie Kingston with a double axe handle. Taking out Beer City's own Nate Webb.
They got to bust him up early.
And this is Sabian's second appearance at a Cage of Death.
Brainbuster there by Kingston.
A loss last year in a three-way matchup, John, and that's what started it all. The booty man, that's when he grabbed his first behind, his first booty.
Oh yeah. And he made someone mad that night.
Oh, we did.
He made him so mad we ain't never seen him again.
Nope. Sabian now climbing up that cage. On his shoulders. What a stop.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Representing the Blackout, J.C. Bailey.
Taped up ribs and all. J.C. Bailey has no fear. Stitches are for bitches is what he likes to say, John. J.C. Bailey and Sabian squaring off.
Meanwhile, Eddie Kingston working over Nate Webb.
Powerbomb into the cage. Marino Bentley almost took a fall. Nails Kingston with that chair.
In the wrist again, Eric. That's twice. Yo,
J.C. Bailey picking up Sabian. One half of the tag team champions.
oh, he ducked that clothesline. He ducked another one.
Big boot to the midsection. Right in the cage. And Marino and Bentley handcuffed to each other up on top of the cage.
Who's gonna be next?
Representing Team Blackout, Jack
the first time since Fist of the Best, where it was practically murdered from homicide. And Jack Evans has the protection of Blackout tonight, John. What an interesting partner. That's our big boot. What a kick. Jack Evans now taking orders at the direction of Eddie Kingston.
Look at that, Eric. He just leaped right over them ropes.
He's such a dangerous high flyer. And Sabian now, taping himself.
Oh, snap suplex there on the Nate Webb. Sabian got that steel chair.
JC Bailey's got that chair himself.
He just whacked that chair right over his back. JC Bailey with a chair. Oh! Right over the head of Eddie Kingston.
5,
Nate Webb getting the team to the other side of the ring.
2, 1.
Working on the ribs of Nate.
Oh, wait a minute. Things are about to get real interesting in here.
Representing Team Cash, Sexy Eddie.
The handpicked partner of Joker, Clear Smoke. The sides are about to get even, John. And no female in the house is safe with this guy around. Uh-oh.
Going right after Eddie Kingston is Sexy Eddie.
And Eddie Kingston's busted open right now.
Evans now scaling that cage, Eric.
The sides are even.
Red lands on his feet.
Big Yakuza kick.
He caught him right up under the chin with that one. Eddie Kingston's busted open.
And Sabian all by himself. On what is our right side of the cage. Sabian calling out Sexy Eddie.
Oh yeah, look, he's setting him up, Eric.
And we saw the kind of depth that Sexy Eddie will go to for a victory at the Tournament of Death, John.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Eddie now setting up those chairs. Bailey on the chairs. Oh, look at that. JC Bailey just
Representing Team Blackout, this is Rocket.
The former CZW Junior Heavyweight Champion. Look at him, John, coming out here smoking a Stogie Ruckus.
That ain't no Stogie, it's a blunt.
John, this is the third time.
Oh! Oh! Tornado DDT off that top rope onto those steel chairs.
And John, this is the third time in Cage of Death history that Ruckus has been in a title situation at a Cage of Death. He is 0-2 in title situations at the Cage of Death. Uh-oh, Evans shoots him off. Jack Evans with that heel kick. Oh, look at him.
Oh! Standing shooting star press.
Oh, look at Ruckus. Ruckus got butt to. His belly hangs lower than his butt to. Oh!
Bailey now throwing him right into the face of Eddie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here comes the captain.
And finally, representing Team Cash, Chris Cash.
And it's going, John.
Look how he just scaled that cage.
Cage off the top. And John, it is on. All 8 men legally involved in the matchup now.
Now them titles is on the line.
Absolutely.
Oh, drop kick right to the face of Sexy Eddie by Ruckus. JC now with those thumbtacks. There's thousands of thumbtacks on that canvas.
And Bailey just hit his own partner with the bucket.
Suplex there by Cash.
And look at Eddie Kingston. Has not been a factor for the majority of the matchup. Has absorbed more punishment than anybody.
Bailey was over there working on Booty in the corner. Ruckus intercepted that. He's working over Bailey. Chris Castro,
Let it steam. Oh! Double springboard drop kick. What a suplex!
oh, it's all breaking down now.
John, the advantage has to go with Team Cash because you have guys like Sexy Eddie, Nate Webb, and JC Bailey who have all competed extensively in the Tournament of Death. I mean, yeah, Ruckus and Chris Cash. Ruckus has competed in the Tournament of Death but that was barely competition.
Shoots him right into that trash can.
Superplex.
Right onto those thumbtacks.
Blackout, one of those tag team championship belts on June the 12th from the Hate Club. And John, it has not been since the first two Cage of Deaths have any titles ever changed hands inside of the Cage of Death. Not since Cage of Death 2.
Oh, sends Chris Cash right into the steel. Ruckus got caught scaling that cage. Kingston now with that table. Sexy Eddie fighting back.
And Jack Evans now back to his feet for the first time in a while.
Ruckus sitting on that turnbuckle, and he's going up after him. Oh, they got a ladder set up on two steel chairs. Uh-oh!
Oh! San Diego!
Look at Booty now. Got JC Bailey driving his face right into those thumbtacks.
And Jack Evans climbing. Jack Evans, that spinning heel kick off the top rope.
Oh, Cash right in his face.
Nate Webb setting up a table.
Booty Man working over JC Bailey in the other ring. Sexy Eddie's down. Ruckus just now getting back to his feet.
Nate Webb with a big right hand.
Cash going up after Evans. Evans trying to fight back. Oh!
Evans takes a spill. Sabian all over JC Bailey in the corner. A lot of thumbtacks falling out all over the canvas. On that side of the ring, Ruckus climbing the cage.
Oh, Ruckus going up to that scaffold. He should just grab them tag team titles while he's up there.
You would think. Ruckus up top.
Oh! He planted that chair right on his skull.
And JC Bailey's feeling it. JC Bailey feels the adrenaline going. And again. And another. Whoa! Wow! Speed! He sacrificed the titles.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
They keep topping themselves. Sexy Eddie with a knee strike on Eddie kick.
Oh! Bailey just throwing that chair right in the head of Sabian. Nate Webb climbing that cage. Eddie Kingston being set up on that table. And Sexy Eddie's got a steel trash can.
He sure does. I think he's gonna go for a moonsault with that trash can. Oh, not enough. I'll tell you what.
Cash working over Kingston. Oh, he's holding on.
These guys are dominating Eddie Kingston.
He's wasting too much time, Eric.
These guys are dominating Eddie Kingston like a virgin on prom night, John. And he rolled off the table. JC Bailey. Look at the knee strikes. At Sabian's head. Oh! Sits out with a Bailey driver.
Right into those thumbtacks. Eddie now working over Evans. Ruckus repositioning that table. Chris Cash, Eddie Kingston down on that canvas.
Sexy Eddie all over Jack Evans. Uh-oh. And that wheelbarrow suplex.
Ruckus goes down, goes under. Picks out the legs of Chris Cash.
The sexy plex.
Uh-oh. Look at Ruckus punishing him. How dare Chris Cash challenge those for his World Tag Team titles. Bailey now scaling the cage.
Bailey and Nate Webb going over strategy. Ruckus now climbing the cage himself.
We got tables, ladders, chairs, trash cans, and thumbtacks in that ring.
Absolutely. And ladders.
Wait a minute. JC on top! Now!
Off the top! Stuff to the table! Eddie Kingston is just being abused in this match.
Evans now with his version of the razzle dazzle. Ruckus now. Look, Ruckus is mad, taking it out on Nate Webb.
Jack Evans, the unlikely tag team partner of Blackout, holding his own for sure.
Booty Man stopping a mud hole, and Chris Cash in that corner.
Ruckus misses with the clothesline.
Total rain his face, and Ruckus hit those thumbtacks.
That arachna kick. And Maven and Robbie Marino barking out orders from the top.
Chris Cash is down. He's got that chair draped over him now. Sabian climbing up that steel cage. Climbing to the top of the cage of death.
Jack Evans' attempt at a climb to the top is also blocked.
Eddie Kingston's got JC hooked.
Got a full exploder.
Get him.
That was more like a Uragi.
Booty just stomped that steel chair right into the chest of Chris Cash off the top of the cage of death.
Hey John, how interesting is it that we have yet to see an elimination from any team?
So far, all 8 superstars still part of this. Oh! He just waffled him with that lid of that trash can.
They went the spider. Climb it up. Oh! A rolling senton off the top.
And look at Eddie Kingston. He's been getting beat down since he got in there.
Sabian all over Sexy Eddie right now.
Right over those thumbtacks.
The captain.
Evans feeling the effect from those thumbtacks.
Sabian calling out to Robbie Marino.
He just hit Ruckus right in his eye.
Asking for something. Sabian's asking for something. Probably asking for his belt.
That tape now, that tape that was protecting JC's ribs is that now been shredded. Those fractured ribs are now exposed.
Ruckus caught in a tree of woe. What they're doing with Jack Evans here. They dump him face first.
Nate Webb now following Kingston across that cage.
He's stalking him. Exactly what he's doing right now.
Look at Ruckus hanged up in the tree of woe on the one side. Sabian punishing Chris Cash.
Sexy Eddie just noticed Ruckus hanging in the tree of woe. He's eliminated! That's one elimination!
Nate Webb has been eliminated.
He just hit the floor, 1 down.
3 to go.
Spoiler, Nate Webb has been eliminated.
Chris Cash with a mule kick.
Ruckus with that ladder.
And Cash. Sabian has a battering ram.
Drops him on his separated shoulder. Booty Man comes into this matchup, Eric. He had a separated shoulder, but still, the man he is steps inside the cage.
Well, Blackout right now have a one-man advantage over Team Cash. Sexy Eddie to his table.
That table was already busted too, Eric. You know they hurt more once they already broke.
Chris Cash with a Hurricane Rana.
Taking Kingston over. I mean, look at Marino and Bentley up there. They're chained like animals. Sexy Eddie down. JC on his feet.
He's busted open.
Yeah, he's busted wide open.
And JC Bailey's just going nuts on Jack Evans.
Ruckus now picking up Chris Cash. Setting him up. He's still got that table set up.
Suplexing Chris Cash in that cage.
Look at Maven Bentley. He almost falling off of there. Bailey now. Oh! And look, driving those thumbtacks into the back.
of Jack Evans.
Jack Evans has never been in a match like this, John.
Oh, Kingston now. Eddie Kingston climbing the cage.
Kingston has just been battered and beaten from the opening bell.
Uh-oh, Cash now with that chair. Catching Kingston up. He's walking that cage. Springboard kick to the face by Evans on the Sexy Eddie.
And Maven Bentley right now. Eddie Kingston.
Uh-oh. He better get out of there. He better get back up there.
Just a few feet away from hitting the ground.
Headbutting him.
That's what a captain does, John. He takes control.
Kingston hanging on. Eddie Kingston hanging on there.
Kingston
and
Cash.
He is that boy. He's eliminated.
Kingston and Cash in a bad predicament right now.
He take Cash and Kingston out at the same time. Uh-oh.
Chris Cash with a couple elbows right to the face. Oh! Everybody out of the pool!
Eddie Kingston has been eliminated.
Kingston crashed through that table. He hit the concrete, so now he's eliminated.
And now we're even, 3-on-3.
Uh-oh. I'm impressed you can count. Eddie now gloving away on Sabian. Cash is down. Bailey is down.
Jack Evans all over the captain of Team Cash. Sexy Eddie throwing a trash can in the ring. As the two primary members of Blackout right now.
That cage is a mess.
That's pretty perceptive of you, John.
You know, I'm a very observant person.
Yes.
The ladders are all twisted up. Tables busted, shattered all over.
J.C. Bailey.
Now with that lid of that trash can.
With the back of the head of Jack Evans.
That's gotta hurt worse when you don't see it coming. Send Sabian right into Eddie. In that corner.
Ruckus looked like he was going to maybe set him up for a razzle-dazzle.
Evans down that canvas. JC climbing those ropes. Oh!
Sexy Eddie receiving a trash can to the top of his head.
Yeah, he just walloped him with it. And he goes downstairs to the midsection of Sabian.
J.C. Bailey, 6'1", 185 pounds.
And he scoops
a lot of trouble.
Slams him down. Starts working on Ruckus in that corner.
Ow!
Evans just tossed Bailey right off the top of that cage. Cash now with that steel chair. Working on Ruckus.
And that back has to be spasming, John, right now. Total sextasy right there. Jack Evans put in the boots.
Uh-oh. Cash and Eddie are signaling to the top of the cage. They got the World Tag Team Champions down on that mat.
Remember that, look at that open part of the area right there, John.
Someone hits that floor, they gone.
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying about Chris Cash. He ain't that bright. He's a big dummy.
I agree. Could have put him right through the floor right there.
He could have had a chance to eliminate him. That kid's got more guts than brains.
And nobody's gone for the belts yet, John.
I mean, we're not dealing with the sharpest minds in the court.
You're not kidding. I mean, you got a guy in the corner punching a trash can. Chris Cash coming back through. J.C. Bailey left by himself on his side of the ring.
Eddie now has got that trash can.
Sexy Eddie maybe going up for a moonsault.
Chris Cash working over Evans. Booty broke it up.
Sexy Eddie.
Oh, these people are encouraging Eddie now.
He's going for a moonsault with that trash can.
Oh no.
Oh, you gotta be out of your mind.
No, not this.
You gotta be nuts. Ow! Ow! Oh my
goodness! Oh! Oh my God! Someone call 911! Do it! Only a lunatic would do a move like that, John.
Bailey. Springboard crossbody on the Ruckus.
Only a lunatic would do something like that.
Just when you think you've seen it all, you see something else.
And Eddie's still stuck with the trash can on his head.
Blindly hitting that moonsault off the top of the cage. Ruckus has him up.
Oh! A tombstone!
I don't think he'd be rocking out anything tonight.
Poetic Ruckus!
Eddie's paying the price.
Oh, Chris Cash takes a hard fall. Courtesy of Jack Evans.
Well, I mean, that's what he gets, Eric. He deserves everything he gets. One of Zandig's golden boys. I can see it now. Same kind of screw job that happened earlier with the junior heavyweight title. Zandig gonna come down and bail out Cash.
Ruckus and Sexy Eddie. Will you just get over it? He's gone. Oh! And out goes Sexy Eddie. Lead up in aisle 5.
Eddie has been eliminated.
It's like they just threw to his grave. Jack Evans up. Jack Evans up.
Sexy Eddie has been eliminated.
Oh! And a miss! Oh! And a miss!
We need to call it, Eric. We need to call 911. Carry him out of here.
And Chris Cash has an immobile Jack Evans right now. He should just pick him up and throw him out over the top. But Jack Evans, I don't know where he's getting it from. He's got to be going on pure adrenaline right now. Pure instinct.
How does he do it, Eric? How does Evans do it? How was he able to climb up the top of that cage?
We got problems right now. Jack Evans and Chris Cash. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look out below! He hit hard, John. He missed the table. He missed the table. He missed the table. We got
Jack Evans has been eliminated.
Jack Evans has been killed.
Chris Cash.
Never in my life, John. Oh boy. We got a concerned locker room right now.
I think everybody's out the pool.
John, it's not worth it anymore. Look at the price that these guys are paying. The price these guys are paying is second to none.
Oh, Ruckus now setting up Cash. Snaps him over. Ruckus star press.
We got Ruckus, J.C. Bailey, Chris Cash, and Sabian in there. It's broken out into a tag team match here. Sexy Eddie now being held to the locker room, but Jack Evans is in a lot of trouble, John.
Oh yeah, he got carried out of here.
It's not worth it, John. It's not worth it at this rate. And John, nobody has yet gone for the belts.
I don't think anyone's had an opportunity at this point, Eric. It's just been sheer brutality. Since all 8 of them men enter that ring. We're down to 4. We're down to Chris Cash, J.C. Bailey, Sabian, and Ruckus.
Sabian with a pile driver through the table.
Robbie Marino trying to get his fans behind the blackout.
Hey, John, at this point, it's all about survival. It's not about winning, it's about survival. Look at the carnage we have seen. The amount of injuries already accumulated.
Now got Cash up. Power bomb right through that table.
I mean, how much do you have to hate somebody to push them off a steel cage and have a fall flat splat to a concrete floor? How much do you have to hate somebody? I don't even think your ex-wife would do that to you if she had the opportunity.
Sabian now got JC over there in between the two rings. JC steps over. Ruckus follows. So does Sabian. Sabian just went down low with a kick.
Would you believe it if I told you we have another King of Death match to go?
We're making history. History has been made here tonight. Ruckus and Sabian dragging JC across those thumbtacks. At the command of Robbie Marino.
And again.
Nathan Bentley.
But J.C. Bailey is one of those guys who just has an incredibly high threshold for pace.
Cash. As spearing Ruckus right into that steel cage. Way on the way onto the face of Ruckus.
I mean, these guys could go all right at this rate, John.
Sabian now. Stalking Chris Cash.
I mean, grabbing the belts doesn't even seem to be in the game plan at this point.
Wait a minute, Nate Webb's been eliminated from this matchup. He has no business being down at ringside.
He's helping out. Chris Cash having words with Robbie Marino now.
I'd like to see Chris Cash go up there after Bentley and Marino.
I would love to see that.
I'd like to see him get his ass whooped up there.
I would love to see that happen. Robbie Marino hitting Chris Cash. I think I'd see my niece in preschool hit harder than that.
You better show Marino some respect. He come up here, whip your ass.
I don't think I have to worry after looking at those shots.
Look at Maven Bentley. Taking matters into his own hands.
Bentley and Marino in a lot of trouble right now.
Sabian now trying to climb that cage.
Cash and Sabian, all they got to do is grab a belt. And it's over.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be over.
Oh, Marino with the powder in the eye.
He does hit.
So let's call 911! Someone call 911! Damn it, call it! Double elimination!
Both Sabian and Chris Cash have been eliminated.
Billy's going up! Billy can get the belts! Billy can end this thing!
Where's Ruckus?
Ruckus has hit the floor. J.C. Bailey. What's he doing? Having a meeting up there? Grab the belts already.
Bentley and Marino hiding them belts, Eric. Now look at Marino telling Bentley, hide those belts. What do you say about Marino? He's a pretty smart guy, Eric.
Well, if they were really smart, they would just throw the belts to Ruckus and he could win the belts that way.
I think the Blackout want to win this match fair and square like they always do.
And Bailey just threw a chair at Marino. Now he just threw at a Bentley.
Bentley's an attorney, Eric.
And a promoter.
trying to climb that cage.
JC Bailey.
Bentley and Marino up top. Ruckus down.
Bailey's got to be the closest to getting the belts.
Ruckus is down on that canvas. JC's up. Slapping Robbie Marino across his face. Ruckus now climbing that cage.
And Bailey has no idea it's a race for the gold. It's like the Amazing Race.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, he just punched Robbie in his face. Yeah, punch a man while he's handcuffed. He just smacked. He got the belts. He got the belts. It's over. It's over. We got new tag team champions, John. I can't believe this. We got new tag team champions.
Here are your winners. And new CZW.
Look at Nick Gage. He is supremely confident. Nick Gage knows what's on the line. Necro Butcher, collar elbow tie up. I don't think you'll see many of those tonight. Nick Gage has a hand, a clump full of hair of the Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher back into the ropes. Derek Sabato in there in his first cage of death. The Dew outside of the ring. And they're getting it on. They're not going to wait for all six. They're going to start this party early. Necro Butcher had his nose broken last month, courtesy of Nick Gage and Justice Payne. This master plan of Zandig, Nick Gage, and Justice Payne has come together over the last several months. And quite honestly, there's a part of me that doesn't blame Zandig. As somebody that has been a part of Combat Zone Wrestling, oh, wait a minute. We've seen Necro do this many times. What a shot. As somebody that's been a part of Combat Zone Wrestling now for almost 6 years, a little over 6 years as a matter of fact. Wait a minute, the barbed wire bat has come into play. They are most definitely starting this party early. Right into the arm. Face buster into that barbed wire bat. All I'm going to say is there's a part of me that sympathizes with Zandig, and I can understand his frustrations. Seeing this new breed of talent coming into Combat Zone Wrestling, sometimes I wonder where the family went. Necro Butcher digging that barbed wire bat. And Dewey Donovan does not have a whole lot of room out there. Necro Butcher digging into the head of Nick Gage. Nick Gage, who is in one of the most explosive cage of deaths in the history of Combat Zone Wrestling. Cage of Death 5. The 5 minutes is up. It's either up or he's not waiting. Zandig, who is 4-1-1 at the Cage of Death 3-2 overall Cage of Death matches. Zandig and Necro Butcher, it's a fight there, it's a fight. It's a fight, all right. Zandig, I'm sorry, 2-1 in cage of death matches. Right in the knee. And look at that smile on Zandig's face. He hasn't had this much fun since he was in Japan. He's ripping the beard of Death Row Butcher. Zandig is just a guy that's been tired. Like a lot of CZW fans, like some of us here. Very tired of what he has seen go down here in Combat Zone Wrestling over the last year and a half. Nick Gage, who was in the he was a part of the first ever Cage of Death matchup, the first ever Cage of Death match between Justice Pain and Lobo. Nick Gage actually clamped a car battery on Justice Pain and electrocuted him. Those screams of Justice Pain still remain a part of Combat Zone Wrestling history. Zandig going, choking at the Neck Rope Butcher. Zandig shocked a lot of people, turning his back. You're looking right now at a rematch of the Tournament of Death final right here. All three of these guys were in the Tournament of Death, the finals. Neck Rope Butcher would win that one. He doesn't look like much of a winner right now. Zandig's first Cage of Death was Cage of Death 2 when he was inside of the Cage of Death. Justice Pain, I would imagine not too far away. Wait a minute. He tested himself once against Zandig, but tonight it's a whole new ball game. He's got the guts, that we know, but does he have the fortitude? Exploder and a Joker. Joker, who has returned to CZW, a brand new man, shoots Zandig into the barbed wire. Joker, who wrestled Zandig in a death match, in his last match before going over to Iraq. Defended our country, but I think quite honestly has stuck his nose in somebody's business, stuck his nose where it doesn't belong. Nick Gage takes Joker. Joker with an elbow on Nick Gage. Right into those thumbtacks. And Zandig called out the fans. He called them a bunch of big greats. They are a bunch of big greats. Guys like Zandig, Nick Gage, and Justice Pain have put their body on the line. People are complaining because Justice Pain wouldn't wrestle a time-paid death match. It's a lot of nerve if you ask me. Nick Gage on his knees. Zandig with Joker. Joker with an uppercut. Big forearm. Oh, what a headbutt! He must have been training with Necro. And another. They're going toe-to-toe. And look at Zandig. His hair caught in the barbed wire. It's a real sick scene right now. Referee Derek Sabato gets in there. Joker sends in Nick Gage. It's about the old and the new of Combat Zone Wrestling. Into the top turnbuckle. been there many times. He has injured some of the greats in Combat Zone Wrestling history. He took Wife Beater out for months. He took Need Hatred out for months after last year's Cage of Death. Justice Pain is an animal inside of the Cage of Death. Zandig maybe going for a mother effing bomb. Excuse me! Zandig and Nick Gage remain in the ring. It is 3-on-2 as we await the final participant. At that point, that match could end. But who wants to see it end, really? They're just getting started. Into the cage goes Justice Pain. Justice Pain and Nick Gage, two of the original 4 graduates of the CZW Wrestling Academy. Joker spent a lot of time at the CZW Wrestling Academy. Welcome back, kid. Guys like Zandig, Nick Gage, Justice Pain, they innovated this kind of a match. They set the standard. They are pioneers. Joker has no idea what he has got himself into. His family were worried when he went to Iraq. Well, I think they have a lot more to be worried about him entering the Cage of Death than they did him being in Iraq. Necro Butcher all over Zandig. They're just playing with Joker now. Tag team champions Toby Clyde has entered the ring, picking up where he has left off in his wars with the Hate Club. And this match is now official in that this match could end now or at any time. I have a feeling they're just getting started. Justice Pain, the receiving end of a reverse knife edge. Justice Pain shoots Toby Clyde in. Pain with a kick. Nick Gage is out. Zandig tied up in that spider web contraption. Joker slowly getting into the ring. Nick Gage slammed on top of that chair. Justice Pain with a big right and another. Pain takes in Toby Clyde, shoots him into the cage. Toby Clyde in his first Cage of Death as other members of his team. Again, you are never quite the same once you enter the Cage of Death. The PCA stays here. Joker putting the boots to Nick Gage. Pain showing some frustrations at this point. Toby Clyde drops the elbow on Nick Gage. I could be wrong, but I don't recall seeing anybody go for a pinfall yet. Big forearm smash. And another out of Joker. Justice Pain shot into the turnbuckle. Nick Gage, full head of steam. Are you kidding me? Belly-to-belly overhead. Zandig with a staple gun. And another. He's showing the fans there are staples in there. Zandig stapling Necro Butcher right on the top of his forehead. You know what? There's a part of me that likes it. Suplex through the chairs. Eric Sabato in with the count. I believe that's the first pinfall attempt in the match. Toby Klein going to town. I believe a Necro Butcher outside, on Nick Gage, pardon me, outside the ring. Zandig picks up the Necro Butcher, the 2005 Tournament of Death winner. Couple of rights and lefts, and a Necro Butcher. He'll never stop fighting. Clean up in aisle 5. Toby Klein breaks the table. Zandig now goes for the cover. Necro kicks out. And look at Nick Gage. He's leaning over on that barbed wire. He's an animal. Nick Gage going absolutely crazy. Because he is. Zandig throws Necro Butcher outside of the ring. Nick Gage has Toby Klein up a power bomb to that spider web. Zandig digging into the forehead of Necro Butcher with that barbed wire bat. Zandig's been in that cage of death with Lobo on 2 occasions. He's been in there, of course, with the high 5, but this is just something completely different. This is about CZW, about the CZW that he built. That a lot of us, the pioneers of Combat Zone Wrestling, put on the map. Not the Johnny-come-latents. People reaping in the benefits, wrestling on their first show. Got a guy with a mask holding our World Heavyweight Championship. What a disgrace that is. Zandig digging that barbed wire bat into the forehead of Joker. They're setting up now. Wait a minute, Necro Butcher now setting up that barbed wire, that spider net. Goes to work on Nick Gage. Payne and Zandig, look at that, working together. Going over strategy. Barbed wire bat to the back. Once again into that spider web net. Ripping at the flesh. Zandig now, he's got a suplex on that spider web. The barbed wire spider web. Justice Payne now setting up the table. Toby Klein rolling around. Look at his body just ripped to absolute shreds. Justice Payne has Joker in the middle of the ring. Big kick to the top of the head. You're in there with a former multi-time World Heavyweight Champion. Nick Gage and Justice Payne have Joker set up. Toby Klein digging the barbed wire bat to the forehead of the boss. Nick Gage with the face lock. And again, you know, I mentioned the list of guys Justice Payne alone has put out of wrestling, at least temporarily, in the cage of death. What a list. Hate, hatred, wife beater. Big clothesline out of the Necro Butcher. And look at these men. Look at their bodies. Just blood pouring all over the place. Open wounds, arteries torn. It's a massacre in there. It's a goddamn massacre. Nick Gage has the ladder. Oh! It's about as natural a reaction you'll ever get out of me on commentary. Toby Klein walking around with that baseball bat, and Justice Payne has had enough of that. I think Toby Klein just struck out. Wait a minute. Payne Thriller! He can't get him up. Necro Butcher is just dead weight right now. He can't get him up. Oh, he's gonna drop him. Oh my goodness! His head hit the floor. You can hear the splat up here at the announce table. He may be out cold. I am sitting up here in the announce area with some Cage of Death veterans that will remain nameless, and we are all just sitting here with shocked looks on our faces. Necro Butcher has come alive! We got a crazy hillbilly in the ring! A DDT. It's a fight right now. It's not wrestling, it's a fight. What a war. What an absolute war. Big drop kick at a Joker. I never thought I'd see a drop kick inside of the Cage of Death. Toby Klein looks to have a chain. And look at Joker, look at his body, so scarred, so bloody. Standing. Look out below! Joker putting the boots to Nick Gage. Joker has Nick Gage. Drops him right in the center of the ring. They're trying to slide a table in there. Necro Butcher can't believe it. Justice Payne drops a leg. People are just sitting here in stunned silence right now. It's absolute stunned silence. Joker with a couple shots to the midsection. Right hand. Right hand again. Joker standing up to Zandig, going toe-to-toe with the boss. What a slam to the floor! Can somebody donate a kidney on the way out? This is just absolute mayhem. Boy, Eddie Kingston's he's gonna be upset he missed this one. Joker trying to peel glass and barbed wire and thumbtacks off of his body. Necro Butcher covering. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's covering out there. Yeah, Necro Butcher was covering Justice Kane. Joker inside of the ring with Zandig. I think next year they should budget out a second referee for this one. Call me crazy. Joker setting up a table. This is just absolutely insane. Joker has Zandig on that table in the center of the ring. Big right hand. Toby Klein going to town on Nick Gage. Joker climbing up. Zandig behind him. Zandig might not be the lightest guy in the world, but he is, without question, he has no fear of heights. Remember last year at the Cage of Death, when J.C. Bailey climbed up about that height. Suplex. Oh, wait a minute. What's Dewey Donovan doing? Dewey Donovan's having a gasoline orgasm in there. Dewey Donovan is a madman. Oh my goodness. I think it's safe to say that Zandig and the Hate Club proved themselves a point. What do you say after that one? That was an ass-kicking if I have ever seen one. You don't screw with the boss. What an effort out of all 6 men, though.